na Kofi de ya Ghana for agina tum no tekwa no beze nemo wobetimi aton krafi kumase obeton krafi sunyai obeton krafi nkran ni nyina no okwa ono so no wobetimi de bia brel enti frɛ number ye 0203062006 na oni ya dinkomo Semens Vital Herbal Mixture capsules again no ebema bema wagina ye na wabo adwuma pa se ne onso make us premature any other body na abesene untimi mu adwuma be sesime duasa ekwa duasa achia na se bema wabo kai pa duwadro Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and the capsules no sciatica no and also efriwo ye anafe eno pains a wotin nyina no eji e de from menses ne meya wadro eni 0240616061 0240616061 ani adinkomo Kojak Farmer omo ana producers omo na de Kojak charcoal toothpaste adem aba na oseno benya hoden na osena pie fita wanu mo beda ho eyinka bi afro no ma uyusu ene Kojak toothpaste ya no ebetumi aboa amachasa oseno apai fita ma hoden abem Kojak pro code no boa so ti ana pie code bi no wanya ana flu pepu bi no wanya wodro nie wodi ebobie ene obetumi akọ ede amasano so o akro Kaisi drug lane obenya bi Kumasi Central Market 0244559597 0244559597 now near dinkomo fix my ride home daroma o car no ye wadwuma ma say maintenance mbia o engine and a problem abemu jabos no air condition anya adwuma your machine dey tactical no our fault ay wo mtie BMW and as Mercedes Benz and a Ranger o dey fabia be wadwuma e dey ma fix my ride one kind odoko highway no so onsam ebekaye Accra asem na mikai wonya do Kumasi I want to run about in between Georgia Hotel Greco office and also Zeka fix my ride 0500 210191 0500 210191 nafe wonya dinkomo emulate herbal supplement I know Kantanka herbal pharmaceuticals and research center woman dia be boosting immune system ya dia bia ha ni pedua ekutia no wadro panie na onoma ema body no ejina ye boosting immune system ti anu ahye no so e dia ma me se ma oni pedua no enso ejina ye fight ti ya re bia o ma akra no fa onu bienye ye wo fa ye funa onu bienye ye akra ne nimfie dumienu ekwa ono nso ntimi fa emulate supplement 0535112813 na oni edinkoba last kabema dema efe wo papers na wo de efa demo ama dem first na ye chesenkrata teteno chesenkrata out ase ye read daily guide na fe graphics out ye we dey atetare wo kotoko papers has de anya asem to oni pa bro mra twamo kromwa dem was said there wo papers no ma wo dem aye neat aye kama pa wo best spread na pillowcases ni nyina no o same design edema wadum ye be boss FM building Accra circle tiptoe lane on say kan 0554114878 na fe woni adinkomo tabia ba company wo madaroma tabia takum no yes grandmaster Murphy enfeni agrokra takum wose emu odepa because wotimi at the budjuma bema etafre obedi emu atinka cross rubber mixture no enso ke malaria join this other fe menstrual disorders ni nyina beko na tabia herbal mixture no maka wansem capsules no esisi adia droti anu ahye no so 0243686861 na one abonkomo enedai GC brand so madaroma dwumaden awoye soldier ventilated powder and balm and ya dia badwuma ya dwumaden obetena se be 4 hours abesore obegina wiem anasembia onso temota o border do aso wiem ni nyina no ya honam den anasa honam ya na de be bro anwumre o de ne so du fia for soldier no ventilated balm no fatwi eno ano no ebe pains afi ho na powder no so rush se gudi pedua ni se o pa ho se honam ya tro se ne honam se di na wadro eni onya bia eno enso betimi abo anti ko bia ya to adro bia ho sabe ka be natural info no ye bia ya kan wansem chelse o dwonso sam enko ye proslav capsules no modiaba o dwonso ne mo time no o dwonso o ti pains awadro ni true man capsules ye recorrection and also be called lack of sexual drive uni atenka kra so be ya dwuma mpama wadro eni Congo ointment no eno enso eyi enentema prapro and afro bia running pabo asente wom obi nso ahonam ani ensa egu ene honam na ni wonya bia Congo do ebetimi aboa 0249 017101 na onim penifo edi nkomo Dr. Amuzu Adaroma Amuzu seven countries penis doctor no one de Amuzu garlic bitter saba moja ne be dia fusani oni peduanum na untine no brone beka sem dia blood na clotty emma moja ne ntimi mfa veins no ma na emma wonsa ene onan etaye titiriti wodo na pem ze de wuyi ene crotch no ha dwen pa intimesel se ne entempa ese otimi pe drobi eno Dr. Amuzu ewo ene tafo Amuzu ewo Tafun so Amuzu Junction Bemoro Market 0247 776743 na ne doc edin komo na power specialist eba hospital yema me Dr. Kosia Duaya wose fatty liver hepatitis B fibroid anasembia ulcer and kidney stones ni nyina no waya ho adwuma jirikaji memedro bema bia wadro ni jirikaji kopebie na emo na hebatine mister no enso boost immune system akra kwabenya ACP road no power hospital bus stop for Kumasi Feriase Bosumchu road Aduaya junction on say kai wo takra de anaji estate so on some ebeka 0244 544422 na on a Dr. Kusia Aduaya edin komo akwani asa pharmacy o madaroma akwa hospital ni atredro edama he na wonya dre bia to wachi na wonya bia aha edro bia o heba your orthodox medicine and so enti wo paya asko overhead no Millennium Plaza opposite Ascot Police Station and on Saka Akwani Asa Pharmacy 0541 600 879 na onu amo abonkomo fancy
wo mo so be say high sense and number no say pebiem
okay
ti hwe na boma
na me mfa high sense number no ento so 0203 550 000 0203 550 000 na wafre o matete so
yes auntie Shamak from a question of the day emami way I am to pay about Mr. question of the day Amuzu pia ba mesha no enye na ewe dwa so ya bomori yan say obepe bi enso auto self vaginal aye discharges on a bemesha ma wode no aye dish any wush ana otimi ka untimi nje ho mani ma nya de basa wote bema short enso entini kwan sa wo ya dish kwa masa na mana bana bi mu nwan te sa ate kapo ni mate
yes
that's no second na wo so no nwan say wo otimi betimi atwa no one Bobby ya tugu obetimi bone dia fufunya ba masa
ene be dwiri ni na sa pepe be dwiri
mani bi wan anti say wontimi anyo kunu sa na opia
opia manfo be dwiri na just obi dwiri gu
ye hu ye ana mani o manso ye sa obi dwiri gu me ye ebi awso da bia anya enyo me some kawat masa
me tiase pa
anya enyo na sa wono won fan to obana no mama na se wo ba ni sama wo na wan sensena
una kokoma wo so se cheche ya no of akoye bi of asensere ye no nasa aduma na di over famous story yes ante over wo for ba bi odu wo koyi de mama to ba bi wo form ye se so of asensere da ho
Mas anti I was so Amuzu P about mission people na fe Abraham mani o man so ya fine 0247 776743 Dr. Amuzu no bibia be from a question of the day mami I brought to Amuzu P about Mesha no and ya draw so ya sene me day question of the day about ya be say be qualify for a FIFA World Cup and it's Black Stars bet me a AFCON and you see you now so no emudia enso ananka wo pe ayimu baako na afi ye se de no enso bebesi akọ eno enso no aye question artist ye bisa very necessary.
Yes, very necessary. There na offer. Say you really have to say you qualify. They about favor Daniel say if you are not able to qualify for the AFCON, what shows that you can do something better at the World Cup? I don't know. About Domasi Clifford say winning the AFCON. Kofi Famous say winning the AFCON. No, they about Kwame Don say winning the AFCON could be better. And also actual bright Adumako AFCON because 34 years without AFCON. and also Ediaba Francis Nano also a day. So winning the AFCON and no Ediaba Kusi Richard said they can't compete both. There's an immediate and Wontumi and compete and no today about Brass Steven say AFCON Cup is or say African Cup is home cup. World Cup is not for us. Okay. Or say AFCON their World Cup for the day and their and no head one day ever. Kwame Nat fan base winning the AFCON at the play. So none of the above and no Diabanana Kofi said the national team should be reset. Okay. And no head one day ever. Jabo Isaacs, how can we win the AFCON without qualifying? And also head one also at the a statement either winning the AFCON or qualifying for World Cup.
Yes. Eno ana amuzupi eba me shase yemusa amawusi amanfo enso edomo de ba Richard Akuyele was say winning AFCON by Rich at the Free Tech campus and by way so say FIFA World Cup no because amanfo benya visas area too kwai ya fan alpha boy who so appear Steven ana ode a message no enso at the by afei we so say winning AFCON will be the best. World Cup is not ours. Fancy Kwaku Emmanuel message enso no, we say we don't have a team that can win the AFCON. Your friend Alice Boyd and I just Allison so no then a message and some at the banana pay live on the show last but not the list was say going to the World Cup watching you live from Dominic Crossing tell you crime temperature and a day I yes message you know and so at the buyer you come on nearby the 4 news and my for and some life I was showing us one yes achana
it's not a game in Barcelona.
Yeah, the live commentary I know more time and monitor will say yeah the midweek Ghana Premier League commentary. I must say our commentary sling I know there Wontumi 101.3 do baby swa yeah baba come ya bani the shiraba na ya baba come ma baby aswa fight yeah masa shanna nine mu so the first game you born for one no ahantine otena so to ado when beer so because I'm not technical advice
and dear bonifita boys no so bobo oh yes bonifita yes TSA winning I will say because you have more heat yes you come this I own to me sports buffet you come for it
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Esachre no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Israel Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Todi Yashak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Na guess it is how guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say who to it sports no I number one cheva angwa juma no you Yami wohoda se uji didia obeya juma esachre no you Yami wohoda
somebody my own say American ya to him say when I rival watch as a group na I Black Stars at them the same group na no and I just a Comoros no and Madagascar no and Africa was woman be some other saka na just a Central African Republic community no and some them na man and no you can want some man person will be a forward no not just a coach in front of Rockaba song and one the first official game one of some forward and one game no the tennis Ryan Ravalosin no and some number fans go about second goal and some other Madagascar ebium aya kodana fans are not run 99 ensom about near your first third go ensom adama team no ana fe rodo Rabbi Manantra machasa Rabbi wayo aye rodo Rebananswa onuso ana ball fourth goal no ensom adama Madagascar ewa brand advantage one say Rabbi Mananswa ensom so ensom adama team na enom update aba na chasa nchifa Rakoto Harimala nom ana chasa Andrama Isinoro nom ana nom njane Harimu nyina no wamko enyamu anwa aba brand kotai ensom ana be adwuma no sample amo maya ye fanisa ano ensom Madagascar ewa brand pay no ye de aye update nyina dama enano pay make sure say enwa Cameroon for game no wamso akobo college na deba kono say na enwa wasabia Cameroon man no ensom ana Swatini abo college sensa wobi a akobo game na chesabia initial plans esa ye fa flight ekowiasia na chesanum abania ye kan sabia motor bus akoro sanyoma nyina no ensom amanyama kwa ha kena say demonstration kan say Sherlock mama Cameroon omo coach na fansa McBrice our brand pay ye dere kakra som mare baye wonum say no post match across coach no ensom mare coach twa say en was college was say ayeno ma drop and okikamba mo enam som ama chese game na nkobia ensom afu say Cameroon man no ensom betumi ahye enwa wo som betumi ahye adea wasenyo ma DKCC ya enam eto mo no nyina no wo no opportunity amfan training essence ayomo hotel ensom na next point and okoba say omino ensom boys aye me kan say shake up wo som na kobo game anywhere the also kan nyina no say Washa aye place so far woman some aba campo was it place woman ye new anchors woman no woman national team eda aye makoma ko 4 ewom anchors woman kwa no ohu sabia woman some agina patch so also apopo amatches sane woman nyina no eno some ayade say no some across amatches woman ya ye fan say aye dey say Cameroon aba basan sem nyina no ye de ema ye tefo ene anopai en some awo show no sunti no en some kakra fi coach no na so etebe ewa pra ho nsem ni nyina no yare etu dwa no pai ensom awo show no so afei na me mfa to anim say Manchester awo na ewo say no som apostle ni nyina no yare etu anim say games abacross Africa de no ensom na dim tintima na ye wo Guinea Bissau ekwa we wo mo ane Sierra Leone ababo anwache wo banya Mauritius awo Cabo Verde wo mo som game abacross anwache wo man ayefan say Libya wo mo som mani Angola for game no abacross Gabon ababo and the just shows our Gambia mino and some many Kenya and they are bunny after Mozambique about Uganda women Malawi and Namibia for no one some game Airbus and Comoros amino one some other Ghana our group about come to way I another game our bunny and in other course and some Madagascar day woman says some about take lead our table also and to the city of Mali and some other Comoros and Gambia Cobiano and some other bow na Angola for me to him say woman some no crackable game demonstration can say woman Libya for game no report tribe and son Angola foi yeso mo so ntimi anya training na chese nyina no aya control mun sansam na chese Africa there no wonder say Joy Bantenum and some other chese other legends bi and some mo ye former players no ya na amota bashe aya Africa sense control se bia dabai ana mu to mo kwa kodru dabai empogano kwa ye chance dabai ne aya sane mo nyina no atakos we some aya Angola wo team amano kase coach na ye first Pedro Gon Calvas ano and was say said you see arrangements omutu kwani nyina no was say a challenge and team no and so time about control hotel we not time kwani dey akwa training etina wo game against Libya according to coach no kwano we ba so chance omunya chance and training papa bia wa problem game no and some other course nyame ya mo tena wo big game back and some other so bafana we aye Ceramica team no wo some game ewo fie odru Ceramica wo mo Lesotho ensom na besia ewo sa World Cup qualifying mo na Peter Mokaba Stadium ho ana sa game na pass enwa wo mo training session any day ensom aba as of time na chese monitor nyama no aye training na enwa ɛno nso ɛkɔ so no na almost a ticket and so far wɔn nso atumi atɔn ɛyɛ little over 19,000 nti bi ano pay dem say number no pagya ɛnso ɛrekɔ soro amena okasa no ɛyɛ game a awɔsɛ ba so no ɔmo game no ɛnso ɛwɔ polo crane ɛhɔ ana sama kyene nso ɛba so na report on say kan jemi nyane nyina no ɛnso ɛne sɛ mama bafana ɔmakɔtɔn no a yɛfa no Oswin Apollos na Oswin Apollos ɛnso akasa ɔne wunya tete na no ho brutal masa wasesi abɔdwesa na yiyi ho ɛnso sɛ ɔsi akan ɛnyɛma polo crane city ɛnso ɛwɔ polo crane ɛhɔ ɛna nyame yɛ no ɔkyerɛ national team no ɛnso ɛbɔ mu game na ebisa bɛma sɛsɛn ɛna saa game no ɛnso ɛbɛsi akɔ yɛntie ɛyɛ player yɛfa no Oswin Apollos ɛwɔ bɔɔ no ɛnso ɛne kakra tutwa.
You know, it's already, for Friday, and you can see the excitement, A very difficult game, Lesotho is a very hard-running team, a lot of fighters, Our preparation went well, so it's going to be a difficult game, but as South Africans, we're always ready, and to put in the work as well, run hard and fight hard for the team.
What has been the feeling and generally the mood in the camp in these days leading up to this game?
The mood in camp has been amazing, the boys are ready, for Friday, and you can see the excitement, from the guys for Friday. The preparation went well as well, and we're excited for Friday. Yes, the coach always tells us, everyone wants to be.
Police and I'll tell you Kasa ya dene excepts ama weno era some World Cup qualifying matches I was a basso meno Kaso drew Australia woman some number first half for you I'm in Indonesia game no and a basso okay so no the catch on sir I don't tell my ball and some Australia no and so the Kasa say woman Indonesia team Ediama coach Farsa Patrick Clivert Ebiam I just a man to my camera team no one on some European Kebia game and also so first half no Australia Ashami and Sama Indonesia woman some to be a game kusua across the first goal no and some like Jackson Ivan no and some about first goal Edema team na fay make outside Nishan Valupilai or no about second goal and if a mountain boy already a toss me and some lessons into Australia Ashami and Sam to first half so go under and there was a Amanda Omega Cup and I just say what's Yama and you must some final ball and yet 10:35 at Japan and some other barrel for game and other customer didn't tell me Japan Jano when you said 2026 World Cup Guswa Yabo qualify matches report I mean Japan I bet me I first nation one other qualify and when we say be a host nation say be a Canada US and say be a Mexico and some other qualify country I bet me a qualifier and Japan our brother when we come against a Bahrain and also other course our brother and then out to Airbus and something yet for my man fan to say yes a Nations League one matches and some other to us now Portugal one more big game about Woko aye Croatia ana chese omu game no na chese ayare se Croatia man no one France and a boy nam aye 7:45 Denmark and Portugal and some number 7:45 Italy amino and some other Germany and some at the same time and some Netherlands amino and Spain abaway aye UEFA Nations League quarter final games and no and some other koso mami Ronaldo esa se dem say kan see Ronaldo am say oh just say be aye your baby because mate say manager for Roberto Martinez say Ronaldo starting them one game one some ba wo line up no di wa bro no and some aye probable mate say goalkeeper no and some aye Diogo Costa obobo Diogo Dalot Manchester Dalot boy no Ruben Dias and Renato Veiga Fei Nuno Mendes no am so be start to Vitinha and João Neves and kwadam ye no we say Bruno Fernandes akao na João Neves and Vitinha na ye koba sam the Paris Saint-Germain e qualify Liverpool sam na me say amon fashion say Portugal coach no one started João Neves and Vitinha momoa na chesan kamia say coach no am so ni madwuma kra am pa de me nyam say sia be kodia na cheso mu you know and some other start alongside Bruno and so our middle our Pedro Neto on the right, Rafael Leao on the left. Now Fesi will now Thomas Abama Banono. That is Abama. Yeah, but to the free right. Now it's only some started game, no, and some other team, and no, and some way out to Abba, something, you know, yet the Emia Jofana, not balance, all gamer, and no members want to play, but about two Casa run, Raffenbeck, our Sinakai, and some other Liverpool, Ayobia, Wapra, into a moment every camp, or call, and initially Sabato Casa, Danzo Downface, and some North camper, one of some echo. Now report I'm a second in you. Unim say Spain and question Netherlands ada our Netherlands almost as was attempt to my training no I 4 defeat and for 1 draw na just and then and be on Spain ebetimi akose our bomb de la Jamal nom and some other Quran come anwa coach nom I Luis de la Fuente na Spain a coach de la Fuente one was say Lamin Jamal de and the betimi akare nyina say Jamal yo bia oni ho a Wontumi nyane ma bi omo me o sa man for busaro sana na bia no wo be rest Lamin Jamal sansa akwadano o bia wo ye fast o ya akwada ketwa kra 17 years aye hayan kebeka safai an wo fun kroni na so akwada no ginam echese da bia o decisive and some armatim no an wo say Lamin Jamal no player bio no bobo bia de enfo say bia wo ye fasting anasa wo ye den wo so otumi bo now without Lamin Jamal and you be one ma Spain national team no wo ntumi nya gisa akodano ewo ho akodano ni ho na chesani mo no manager na kan nyina no wo ntumi nya emane nya ye na de la Fuente no say na boy no kwame no fa so seven because enye easy eno na make me say 17 was one no pano na to boss did heavily na chesore dia kan nyina atwa ekwese bia iftar ababa so anwumre aye no sia no coach ne so boy no condition aye kama pa a chesane condition aye perfect Achesa na dream game no wonu som na betimi abo achesa hwi ensie na Belgium wo game aba so dia mensan kan sa table kotoa yesi no no be captain against Ukraine and Serbia na adwe na Serbia wo ba be captain dabi on ampantero na mo jami nyare nyina no sam ayowura ye fer sa Romelu Lukaku ono ana report am mensan kan answer na no sa wonu som na betimi captain and some Ariama Saida ye fer sa Belgium ewa Bernardo Peno and some update eba hunsam no ye de amiete from Real Madrid omakotana ye fano Raul Asensio akora no ne hey na dabia womuna onuna yese sa ebia maro de kwakobona say Champions League anthem sebia La Liga na womdi kan ba pechero so ohun sa akwara na sreda enwa ye monitor the interview bi no chese time akwara no enso ya media duties na chese Raul Asensio amparo so momwe na boy ni so no eni kwa so twama ne catch cross and Romodo enso ya Sergio Ramos na onwa kasa no oni Ramos ehia ye training was time now or 16 years 16 years no now or Madrid and could animal and so to me draft be every could animal bus senior side now what about training kakani I was say no when your chance and Ramos and your training since then was a kai and to our kodana be move full send and nantia kwana said ye was see serious our patrons are free the bomb managers and jumedi our dinning no and some guys Ramos papa now Jameson can say kodawe me tese nyame ya duma next season because you say woman I first team number also we on the number no anya first team dia to send kwara dia bi and on jabo shebe 37% Jameson can say kwadano me tese just number 1 and some akosi 25 ebu bako and kwara for the Raul Asensio and some never to me share and our team no na also na say them dey to jam start free make sure say wokɔ Real Madrid amanfo bi wɔ gyiri sɛ saa ana me na meyɛ pani na me na meyɛ the face ana me na meyɛ poster board darling boy no ahyɛ sɛ between Vinicius and then kyɛsɛ Kylian Mbappe ɛma na no mebɛka sɛ amanfo bɛdi na mpa o na Americana banya no kra na bi ma hyɛ aseɛ bɛka bi difane no yɛ agya no mom adene ɛwɔ hɔ ba obiɛ ntimi nka se yɛ na da bi ameyɛ a mesɛm adene start wɔ Paris Saint-Germain wokae sɛ yɛbɛka sɛ Neymar ɛnso ane Mbappe ɛwɔ problem wɔn hyɛ gui Leo Messi ba kra na kyɛ sɛ asɛn kra ɛma Neymar na nkasa ba bɛka no krasa mpa na kyɛ sɛ ka wɔn nua nkwa na ɛnyɛ ne dɛ Messi bɛka no kra na kyɛ sɛ asɛn kra ɛma kyɛ sɛ na jealousy atunia ɛnɛ yɛsɛ Vinicius wɔn sɛ nyɛ no kra na Hoselu ɛyɛ bia na no yɛ no na wɔ bom Armalos Blancos onim sɛ Hoselu anwɔ se bia kyɛ sɛ ni suwɔn mu sɛ boy no wɔn bia Vinicius awɔ problem na wohwɛ bia pitch no so bia matimi aklache bia we mpa se bɔ na wɔ dwa na wei ɛnso na se ade na wɔn pia ma ne yade sɛ nyoma no nyina no ayɛ very normal ne mom wɔn relationship ayɛ kama awɔ diri ba sa de bia hyɛseɛ yɛ na ɛnyɛ simple thing Mbappe na wɔn afi Paris Saint-Germain ɛnso na ba Madrid no ne ni kwan sɛ bia ɔba ya pro start anhyɛhyɛ goals apra team no ɛde asi kyɛ sɛ bia na bet dabi na de ɔbɛ go through ɛyɛ saa phase of adaptation ɛwɔ abrane ɛnɛma hyɛseɛ kɔ kama ɛnso adema no na de ɔbɛso ɔka no nyinaa sɛ Mbappe no ba ya na manfo bi so ɔnyade mo afi aka 2 goals ɛpɛ na record asi Ronaldo ɛyɛyɛ ne debut season ɛwɔ Real Madrid obia ntimi nya bi no boy aka no 2 goals na ɔba bɛ equal sa record a kyɛ sɛ no nyinaa no yɛdama to Hoselu ɛnso sɛ ɔno ɔdiri yɛ pasa nei ɛnyɛ no kwasa boys no no ɛnso na bi ɔmo rocky shoulders a ɛnom kakra fama so adeba na FC Barcelona Barca say Moses saying why Rafinha na anya bi obi aka cho bi so ɔtɔ ne so clubs no so sɛ me bi atwa mo yɛ sanka mo ɔtɔ na mo pesca dem awan ti mo sɛ nyɛ na ɛnyɛ ne no mo aka cho bi sɛ bi mo ɔtɔ akɔda na yɛ fa no sɛ Rafinha to mo a wo mo dwe an ɛna Rafinha deɛ Barca pesca tu nyɛ ska de kwa wɔn sabɛka no na Rafinha deɛ yɛbɛtɔ Man City di baabi Barca for the warning wey no yɛsɛ bi am ɔmo ka ne sɛ boy ɔmo sɛ ɛyɛ warning ankasa wonim na wofa kyerɛ bɛyɛ sɛ woni player na kasa mpo asie na bi akɔda ho bɛ convince na report am sɛ ka ne sɛ ɔno ɔmo bɛkɔ akɔwiem ɛnsom awɔ cars ɛno ɛyɛ de Barca for ba so ɔmo yɛ sɛ na wɔn diri ba sɛ Rafinha ne mu a ɛnsɛ hwee ntina no wɔn nya ready sɛ akɔda no ɔmo 21 ne deɛ ɛnom ɛnso ɛba meka na ɛmo sɛ manager ne sɛ wɔn pɛ so ɔbɛte so obi ka trouble ɛsɛ sɛ Barca from afresh as the pressure ɛba sɛ Barca bɛgye Champions League Barca bɛgye La Liga na Barca wɔn sa gye Kings Cup ayɛ fɛ no sɛ Copa del Rey na manager ne sɛ yɛwɔ tu dwa so wɔsrɛ wɔn pɛ so ɔbɛte bia ama ne nyina yɛba bɛka wɔ asɛm de atwɔ dada wonim sɛ report a mimi nya ne nano pɛ ne sɛ Pedri ɛsɛ na sɛ Barca da so wɔ ne mi yɛsɛ nyina mu na sɛ ne FC Barcelona ɛnso na bɛtumi agyene me nsa deɛ a ɛne yɛdi nti na Barca team no wɔn nso ntumi ndrim ye wɔn bɛtumi adrim ama nneɛma nso ayɛ kama ɛwɔ abɔgyiri yɛ Barca nɛ sɛ ndabia Barca ɛso daeɛ Barca kɔma so deɛ ɛnso na ne sɛ ne mi yɛsɛ nyina ɔbɛgye deɛ a ɔmo nso bɛgye sɛ ɔsɔre kora no the last time Barca gye Champions League ɛyɛ bɛyɛ 10 years ago 2015 nti ɔmo gye bi akyɛnkyɛn wɔ sɛ ne kɔ bi aso wɔn nso agye ne a yɛfɛ no sɛ UEFA Champions League no ɛnso ɛde kɔ Pedri ɛno de sɛ nsɛm ɛto dwana Pedri asɛm no wonim sɛ Frankie de Jong discussion a yɛreyɛ tanya ɛwɔ ama kyɛ sɛ ne tenom ɛne Mike festival ana kyɛ sɛ yɛde sɛ akomea mesa nom ɛyɛ sɛ yɛka sɛ obi ɛne mbɔ ne pia ne te nkwa deɛ ka sɛ nɛ yɛka the best number 8 a ɛyɛ Pedri wonim sɛ Frankie de Jong ɔyɛ midfielder ne bio but yɛ mbɛte sɛ de Jong ɛde akɔ akɔto dwa sɛ nɛ ayɛ ka sɛ player billion was asase so technically ebia our skills ɛkyɛ kɔdana yɛfɛ no sɛ Pedri sɛ ball pass yɛka sɛ obi ɛnso our technical abilities a deɛ ɔba so ɔkyɛ no nyina ne sɛ ɛnwuma ɛkɔ so no nyina no ɔse wɔ ɔnye ne da sɛ bia player bi ɛnso ɛbɛto ayɛ akɔdaa no a yɛfɛ no sɛ Pedri na deɛ ɔka no nyina no sɛ ha bɔɔl ɔmo nyinaa bɔ bi woman in a pia, woman in anima juma, woman in a dasu pia basebiobi, our technical skills, a chakwadana, your father's a pedro party. When you show sabi, I was say no, and some ayabasuba kwadana, your father said, I have Frankie young gadema, the teammate Petra, yet the update to Nina Deba, okay, say, you're about to just a boss at Tim Doctor now, when you're a baby koya, your father Doctor Minyaro, and Intianamso, I'm out as a game against us sooner, and that's some I have standing no report. Can say yes, Dr. Mana war, and a report. I mean, no person. I like to say, I'm Obeshim, no Babaka, I am a cast staff, no, and some I am a Barcelona, I'm a doctor way, and some any country doctor, Mana war, and a second another person, one shot, one of some number to your Babashim, and your team, no, one case, and maybe a come. Your first Evra Okojuve Abo Olympic Marcel Masona Mekasa Summer 2017 when supporters be at the year so pa na Gentle Meko Ika Simo Elko Kofa ba Evra na Dan Jetli Arches wo tunu kodi etia obi komu wo tunu nine arches wo obo obi tie nie ni nyina nsa oso mu dinatam na enwa Evra din komana Jona wo mu bisa se wo hu nyo koso na akora na ono abo adema chese bobo kwefana sa manso adrawabio na mu dini mama yatam sa like mother like son sa bi mama no o ya shawani ontimi ntena bama bako ho entina ne banom enso ontimi ntena team bako ho ama chese France o mana share team boys ni nyina contaminioma enom akoso bako kwa de this week o mo training new year wo mo nyina ko mama ne nche mo bia ko consolino anu nyoma akoso enka ni nyina no ana Patrice Evra say now what do your pay do mommy at no now baby omojo bana no kwa no senka wo ko no say now all trust and mama mai woman player back up and ko say ai na uko no man ai na utumi nya ni pa baako a wo first blow mamunya do wo him abobi say area and one make a statement no say tinipo bako against thousands of ultras no what you know my and also I know you on the go I on the ball but I hear den corner we make a statement say some obeti let dinatam but the moment I order mame ebebam na ba say catch on say bia sabi ne mame aye tutu ni de and I want to know and anya otunu ni nya and fa busuam mama no turu no wo tunu na anan ko ti obi ko hu say ko buru ko mu kura I say nam som ama sa ne nyoma no nyina no wonu som aye bi o se sani pa no edini mame atemanunti and a master actually across the time one of some myself now the occurring in the same what since homophobia started campaign our France and I answer no make catch us red fan say in Mbappe say onyo no and be say bia the sham ekwa yemfa djuma no ensom enfama e bia Zinedine Zidane na did the show ekwa a federation also my point here and Patrice Evra so watibi some for you I ana ayi we kwaye from say did the show and so kwa wo ba be shina no wo hura mani o 2022 World Cup to me and now I'm sure as a player, as a coach, what a France man, and the Joe Can only some Arakai, Argentina for ja. And whatever can pay was a job at Quintianums and our France. Woman to me and Joe Cam 2022 no let's World Cup with almost scripted was some of FIFA and Joe World Cup no Emma Messi. No my majesty can be Arsenal. I was selling you Messi at Joe World Cup and Team Amsa Danasa grow also assembly on my Debiano. Yana Mofobi attack and a messy dear World Cup no can scripted. One of send a mon script to be Emma Ronaldo and I'm a Democrano. One must share one at den fine Cosi Hina. Well, you why I understand your money. I don't know or say you want to just I don't know what must share that some of the World Cup no and some other more fan sell you Messi. I know I have some branch of fan I have Patrice Evra and some other two our brand peno and no I update the finance way and some like ever mama for Japa and no some I don't know na yenko bobo kwa fansa aya chesa Napoli faso amete say yes Rasmus Højlund wo mo say am Manchester for ni na Rasmus Højlund no jami mi nyam sese ne say wo mo sha Manchester for din komo ama mete say Napoli for no yes Manchester for mo price and I say mo valuation to mo ya we sika and I say price tag chesa da akora na fansa Rasmus Højlund and some so wo wɔn nkɔ asaba na baby yɛfa ne Felix Mmecha wɔn nso obi ano ne mpɔpa na sɛ wɔpra ɔrekɔfa no ho yɛ atɔ na no mɛte sɛ Manchester for say wɔn nso ɛpɛ na Manchester for so wɔn pɛ no report on me sɛ kan sɛ Dortmund sɛbi wɔn bɛtɔn anaa sɛbi wɔn ntɔn no nyinaa no yɛsɛ Dortmund enya mo bɔba Man U fa na wɔn adwene sɛ wɔn ada 48 million euros ada bɛkɔ for Felix Mmecha wɔn nie wɔn na yɛ kan asɛm ne ti na sɛbi a Dortmund abɛgye atum anaa sɛ Dortmund nso anyi ntum no ɛnom na yɛsɛ de yɛsi ti a yɛde update ne nyinaa daba na ti adeɛ wei wɔn sɛ Liverpool wɔn kaa sɛ wɔn pɛ akɔda na fa no sɛ Milos Kekes ɛnyɛ na ade baako no sɛ Milos Kekes ɛyɛ obi a ɔbɔ ɛnso arima Bournemouth ɛwɔ benkum so wɔn bɔ no bɔ pa wɔ pia na ɔyɛ left back na kyɛsɛ de ne ba and Robertson either so ɔbɛkɔ bench anasɛ bi a still ɔbɛ start bi a boy no ade pressure ama na sɛ yɛ sɛ Robertson ɛwɔ Scotland ɛkamp no wɔtete bi nya ne dɛ sɛ yɛ linkin kɔda no nyinaa wɔtɛ na mame and Robertson ɛsɛ wɔn wɔbɛte na yɛsɛ Liverpool per left back way adebɛkye yɛsɛ Liverpool per way asome so wɔso no wɔte bi ane mom no yɛna ɛnhyɛ no ahane because ne time nya nso yo mo ma de yam sɛ no ho nwunu ana wɔ sɛ ɔmo yi na de so ɔmo pam no ɛwɔ so ɔkɔ masa wɔ sɛ ɔno ne time nya nso debɛkɔ so ɛwɔ club no bu biam no so be it ɔno ɔbɛtutu no mo ba bi ɔgya no deɛ wɔnyɛ ready kra so from obi aba bɛbɔ yɛntie sma and Robertson ɛnso ade tu dwa.
Don't think my every left back in the. I think we've been linked with pretty much every left back in the world. But look, that's part and parcel of it. You know, you play for one of the biggest clubs in the world. I've been very lucky that I wouldn't put it down to luck, but I look back on these 8 years that I've had there, and I've been the starting left back at one of the best clubs in the world for that long, and that's something I'm very proud of. Within myself, and your time comes, and I don't think my time is there yet. But whatever happens with the club now, whether we do bring in somebody or we don't bring in somebody, then so be it. But I think I always back myself. Look, there's been a couple of moments this season where I've maybe not covered myself in glory and things like that, but I also think maybe other things have been took way out of proportion. I think certainly the last couple of months, I think the performance levels have been there for me. I think the performance levels have been there for the team, which makes it easier. But I think, if you look back on probably all the games this season, then I've had a relatively good season. But when you're so used to, I think the one thing that people would say about my time at Liverpool is I've been pretty consistent. And when you maybe make slight mistakes that aren't, necessarily put towards your name, then people can talk, and that's the world we live in. It's the Premier League for you. Everyone has eyes on you. Everyone has an opinion, and sometimes you agree with the opinion, sometimes you don't. And it is what it is. For me, I'm always confident, in my ability. I think I've shown that over my whole career. I think I've shown that, especially at my time at Liverpool, and hopefully that can continue.
And I'll tell you, daily excepts, Emma, and I pay life for shoulders for free. While by your Liverpool, some nights as a Montana, woman, some other some feel Liverpool. On him, sir, yet him said, Din, Hoizen, any Aquadana, your funny Brahma Conate, Omana say, woman, Jana Bama, no permanent showing now by. Now, my test Liverpool for us, my dresser, woman, your Juma underground, as a player now, your funny Din, Hoizen, and what bottom of Bomber from Liverpool say, woman, trying £50 million release clause. Benham, Neba clause, and until the moment, we will so much trigger release clause. Only a Sambiaka, when you share, there was a Yanasoba Jama player, and some Nakojamin Yanas Liverpool. One was already sub by the release clause, one was some other Somutia, and I update to Abana Mohammed Salah, one more Salah and stay, and I said, Salah and Costanza, and the Salah so 33 years. Now, when say our talk sport, on studio, and Jason Candy, and the Goldstein, Edu Commander, Jason Candy say, what be some woman Liverpool for no, or Jason Candy say, will be some say enti based on Amadamba Mohamed Salah above this season our big matches in no Wobama Salah new contract Manchester Bama contract ebewu na wo call 37 years or the Bama no I think based on Amadamba one case one year we know Wobama Mohamed Salah stay no trace sikana adamano and a question so that bubu Salah na just one ye fair ya adere yenye say bia based on but this season was now this season enti a Premier League papa bi na ye boy enyo was it this season Premier enye nanka Liverpool atwem na Man City we be omo nam Chelsea foi she Arsenal no dey wo ho na chese mi Cameroon na striker enti wujili goya anu ncho so bibi bia also kwa bonten ekoso aho de hwe awo level enti chese untimi nyina omo this season so enfan judge mo sala nompo onom obeka se period na ana se season a manager the first say Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool etosumi no sa squad no and modern ball no more better at Liverpool this season one about Premier League Yente Jason Kanti and Andy Goldstein.
It's Liverpool fans. When you looked at Mo Salah in the biggest games of the season, has he been worth a new contract?
I don't think that's a fair question.
Right.
I think the question should hold on. I think the question should be when you look at Mohamed Salah across the season, how important
in a poor league.
Well, how important are his goals, contributions, and goals to Liverpool?
Absolutely, but
hold on. But in that poor league, would Liverpool be sitting top of it without him? That's the question.
Yeah, but that's last year. So when you give someone a contract, you need a crystal ball. Right? And a crystal ball with a player that's 25 years of age is very different from looking at a player when he's 33.
Yeah.
Right, he's 33 in this summer. So you want to give him a 3-year contract. He'll become up to 37 by the time that contract expires. Is Mo Salah capable of doing what he wants, what he is now? He's had a stellar season. I'm not saying he hasn't.
Yeah.
It's not my money. I couldn't care less. Liverpool fans won't care. But I'm trying to put people's minds into what the people, the decision makers at Liverpool are thinking right now. Is Salah capable of continuing this form? He's had his best season. I don't think this league is particularly great. Honestly, I don't. I've been saying it
I heard you say that
for months and months and months.
I disagree with that.
It's the standard is not of the level.
Mate.
I've looked at Liverpool seasons under Klopp, and the side that finished second, they finished second, third, and first in about 4 years. Those seasons they didn't win the title is better than this Liverpool team.
Yeah.
Defending argument our Abraham so he say what you Salah will continue to for so benya 45 years. Hey masa is here go 33 na mo worry na no just say mu jaima mo Salah krona so bia mo wura no and some stay and your big question here be say Liverpool supporters no ayo wura fan say Jason Kendin so dia one some other ba na unum say kwada no mienu na ya be confirm ma dada sa ayo Giovanni Quenda and Dario Esugo omumieno and some other bano Jamaican can say yes Chelsea agent fees and kono £3 million agent fees no and some £3 million and a Chelsea and some try most amount for says Esugo na one so about this summer one of the on next year because if you want gono Chelsea Esugo ebano one sem or the next Carlos Baleba said Brighton one boy in football fifia bama ko piawa utim so piano mo se bianie na Jamaican kan say Chelsea manager no mami goalkeeper so yes Philip Jorgensen amsa when you chance abedam our Premier League no amsa Wontumi convince manager no and until Enzo Maresca sama Robert Sanchez abana so masa medianka Jorgensen and Sanchez here dia ball coach and ya hope say cha there and yanka Jorgensen yo Chelsea until manager no sama boy no and some sama ba Chelsea players na abeto just so jomo kwa makuma kwa 11 no yeso motovia amode baba hwese bia wamsom obenya striker omunye womunyina ne 11 players at Chelsea and some obetime jomo kwa serabea wamode be fante omotrosa market no Jatro Fofana no and Joao Felix no Armando Broja Raheem Sterling Renato Vega Kane Chukwuemeka Ben Chilwell Trevor Chalobah Azor Disasi ana chese goal crest omunyina no amosom obom ana Kepa Arrizabalaga wonom ana Chelsea be so omoto ball. Now, Banana Silva say, what Tomasi for so to take one country be as one tono, and one country be as one control. And I saw Vanessa Tono or so Konomasa, when you send only be alcohol. David Raya, and I see a Arsenal, a place from Busa, Mika Marino, send a Real Madrid, Santiago Bernabeu. I guess I'm come back, our Champions League, a city, and yes, a Dumusua, Mubahu. Now, yes, Ryan, so say. When we came against Madrid, woman said Madrid city, especially Wabra, a Champions League, David Raya can pay was a competition, and a Real Madrid for dia because on time on Pebiano, woman some ultimate. Nasa come back, I attack remontada, I am a Madrid for tying now, just a no ship papa, and I was almost about first leg, I will fear one more call 10 leg, I was sent to governor Bow, our bra, Yabakata, I just said on roof and also Chabasana Manuman what kai Arsenal the invincibles masa Arsenal ni bia be catch yourself who Champions League trophy wo so ko unbeaten SL Koya and the following season call 49 matches and do bia wo mo team say etira be ne be lose match a chese mo hwe bia draw chese we actually call nom and see how we nom aye bad players afei Patrick Vieira nom and so Campbell nom a wo mo ya djuma pa na de tell say so Campbell say woman call invincible sanei woman to do woman say so mo kasa a great achievement Arsenal aye and so about so be team ya bi wa ha a che say ba bia ni mo kra na man for time e ka invincible sa aye Arsenal and obi anim one so man stop Arsenal aye certain Man United what can rule net one or can say rule say o ka ko nyam ba bia kika ba o kasabra ya ni stop mo yen che say so Campbell and some when
you look at it and you look at say the achievement of going a whole season and then 49 games as well. We're going to that. We're going to go there.
He's actually back speaking to me now.
I know it's all been said, yeah. But I think for me, beating a record that stood over 100 years, given that it was 12 teams back in those days, and everyone's probably drinking and like not even doing things properly back in the days, but it's still it's over 100-year-old record. There's a lot of football to be had been played, so it's definitely up there, one of the best achievements. When you look across the world, there's like, I don't know, 30, 40 teams have done it in different countries, but just to kind of be the first, it's an incredible achievement. We had a little bit of luck on the way. You need that for sure. Especially at Man United with Rude, and there's other chances as well. It's got to end sometime, but it's just a shame how it ended. And if VAR was around, it's a different situation. But I think for us, at the end, it's like, God, when's it going to end? Like, it's kind of hanging on. You just can't believe it's going on. And by then, it's like that's a season and a half.
Fanche yana drop mon fanche mo am Facebook no no yes na meza mama ma ho bibia I find it nyame adumo fancy na also nyame adum kaka na onyo aba o hunyum Mike na ho ye de sporting man anyum le tell say sporting man black sheriff ni oni dance de no if you see the light remember and so he goes. And so he goes. Oh, to be what me? And so he goes. We just can't yeah, cool. That's cappuccino. Don't cappuccino. What's the snake so? Oh, blade. No, so what's your boy? But no, me little difference. Let's say, no American passport. No Ghana. Or far come the Abraham. And the family across South Africa. Okay. Yes.
and I made Chowa man on Ibebre because and the Ghana Premier League in one day.
And I'm saying Chowa. Yes.
Because Ghana Premier League, you know, the dynamics, you know, opponents because 13 games to go. It's not even 13 games because so we have a match day 22-20 or about 22 matches. So 12 games to go. When it comes to the Ghana Premier League, it's a bebaso. Fancy, we are story about could be a nomad between keke. Not my Nations League, so now me the SEO. Felix Nemcha, our Nunsia kind of Borussia Dortmund. And I'm Mike more teacher honum na. We are story in Mike say, our crowd, Param say, crowd, and the power in 51 Quebec, Manchester United pa. And Mike say, top players, we always say Nicolo Barella, Monet, other players, so Omunda was a more formal. But fancy. The reality is say baby a Manchester United did not say so ka so ko fan Nicolo Barella pass so free Inter Milan mra wa yan kan okran fan kire ho Nicolo Barella betu amamo abasa oba besi akare
ya nan kasa crash on ko bia
no no to nchen he's an Italian adina Tonelli here no Tonelli bibi di Sevilla AC Milan in terms of music asem but Inter Milan situation is different altogether when you compare it to Tonelli.
Yeah.
And she said, no, about the heart of the Italian national team when it goes to their midfield. It is a occasion who could tuna everything. Other midfielders who Europe, Bruno Gomes, so see Academy Newcastle United in the Premier League. When was the last time a Manchester United could beat Team Mukotu Akokobedie? Said Premier League team way, but two Akokobedie said enough against Moyeno. When was the last time I will be? Difficult. Felix Nemcha, Obama, Manchester United, different things in the midfield. Shadia, Manchester United, only quality when it comes to players who fight for area doors in the middle of the park. She height, no. Because no what they about what. No Bruno Fernandes or was one what. No Emmanuel Lugatti or Tarifom or what so what. They Liverpool. Ben Martin Gramo or so when you know what boss so no the ultimate piano fencing chain. Now they are Gravenberg yeah. Edema Liverpool. Shatten for no. And no mudu medino mudu in the middle of the park. After Paul Pogba, Manchester United in teaming a player be in that particular mood. Akoda we no say one of former Manchester United for no kofa oyade. Onibon ball. Manchester United here will be fighting for area doors. Number 2 here ball carrier in the middle of the park. And they be Anna Bruno na drop here about 8. No after ball, no trim, no after ball, no trim. They need someone who bet me a carry ball from the middle of the park. They move. This kid is there. It means that no years our story now I'm saying there be Manchester United should go around. Manchester United should go around and get him to the Nations League. Fancy the format of the Nations League now as compared to the last few years they are here. New format in nature says we quarter finals during match international break here women. First na ke boya omo the first year no. Sa League A1, League A2 sa aba no. Omo ne top 4 no ewom no. Near the omo the semi-finals of the Nations League. No omo the final. Say no omo the quarter final abeka won first and second no. Near yi mo. Na and then one game be bebasu between Italy and Germany. One of football's oldest national team rivalries between these two.
Yeah.
Now, the amount game we know at the Muslim will be apart from the history near say. The only game between these two sides in Libya only hosted the semi-final and hosted the final. For Italy, no so no baby original say no. And also Wontumi winning game way no more qualifiers no money baby ura. In terms of the next phase now because they say no in Europe almost 16 representatives if they want to go to the World Cup 2026 from 13 to 16 it is 16 no about the 12 groups no 12 groups will be about top PBR no on enya akunya so we qualify then the rest of the 4 no the pathway has been created for the Nations League for no more so in terms of the highest rankings with points accumulation no so number 2 the normal format na Italy we need to do something against Germany to get to that level. Number 3, Italy suffer a big blow during Euros now born the other time. Now, 2 years, building a certain team be competitive enough So now Italy cannot afford so Obemesi out on the World Cup. Number 2, Italy is looking forward to host the semi-final and the final of the Nations League. 3, Italy where ni mu say baby omo project na duru no omo de wey ebe measure omo ho ehunu say project na ayeye no e ko nanim. And as Spalletti gidie no be pejai. If you no check Nations League kra ko omo fa so boy omo de qualify be pim the quarter final na you understand so omo ko share France emre bi emo bia be ka say the Italy team na ayeye but the return leg in France is be share omo but more quality ana fancy there are some new players we omo be share into the team. I'm eager to watch them tonight. Now Germany without Kai Havertz Florian Wirtz so injury situations in your man. It's Germany lacking options kaka. But Italy for now, the introduction of Cesare Casabe, Simone Ricci, Sandro Tonelli a pick for Masaba, Nicolo Barella, Retegui, Moisikin. They will need to do something to convince the Italians to say team na ya rebuild na ya ni abre won e pese agigi nkruwa no e say afi the team no aso aba. And these are guys are who league ni mu a omo na ebo de dia. First, it will be very surprising to watch this Italian because players now are Italian Serie A no. Omo national team no muntimi mu a. Then I ask myself a lot of questions. I ask the questions that they be better than Busa Black Star for. Say, we could be more obo. Assume si ko Arsenal a obo. Obentini nam take one ma obo. But didn't know the national team no ntimi mo. Omo players papa. Germany Antonio Rudiger mo ho de. Maximilian Bayer mo ho. These guys no more young guys are Maximilian Bayer be shem kakra from Borussia Dortmund. Omo ina be shem, but the quality the Italians possess, I believe they will need to do something tonight to announce themselves to the world. Na dia na efe see ebebo the Nations League final e was San Siro. Dia na efe see ebebo semi-finals no e was San Siro. They will need to be motivated by this and try and get the results. Spain ebebo nyame adum na nwumri so. Spain in Kodano after some Euros, no, you see, the Mike Bekacho said there is always a takeoff point. The takeoff point for Spain no, was Abramoji Euros no, with Nkoda Wemo. Because now for days as a Spain team when Nkoda also do. It won't mean by dominating we as said between 2008 to 2012. So their takeoff point was winning the Euros. Abraham Mal, Nico Williams, Alvaro Morata, Dani Olmo, Mudi Juma, EDG Trophy, the Maomo. Now, what taking off now? It's about sustenance. And Spain will need to sustain on one level, no, getting into the World Cup 2026. Because what the Euros now, the Nations League now, the World Cup now, all replicating at the end of the year between 2008 to 2012. Because what the Euros 2008, what the World Cup 2010, what's about the European 2012 no, but this time around no gab no Musa. For you to even win the Euros, win the Nations League, win the World Cup, and at the same time, obesa ko G Euros ni biem to make my in 4. Itiene ye behwe se sustenance no wo ho a. Then already the team no on na born in Netherlands. When I come and team now on so apija Netherlands team ni na egu o. Yeah. Negu World Cup no na Vat Vegas come on hope be against Argentina and antokwasi mwa Messi bobo we na Paredes bowe eno no kwada no bia nim se Virgil van Dijk mu nyine national team ntie na egu kwa enye ye biem but during team ma mo ni nuanom no any Matthias de Ligt almost mo a renewed hope but renewed hope ni nyom center backs renewed hope na ba be gino mo midfield yeti e trainer ya ni Steve Okasale ka se Tijani Renders ni Kub Menes Sound Kodani mienu no. Ene Pedri, Casado, Gavi, Zubimendi. Omo adwuma yetia Kub Menes pa ne Tijani Renders. Because about the technical qualities are Pedri mu nyina wona. Omo ne omo nya pedie, but these guys can also match them. Okay. What heard this year bia na what heard Tijani Renders bia no. Me I would say he's the most underrated central midfielder in Europe now. The Parodo na omo Italian Serie A because oh na Tijani Renders there. You got technical quality he's up there. The nana akwa say no nya bon na say the obedwere watwetwe no. Oni bobo papa. Tijani Renders. Oh yeah. Similar for who tell na say bia on the Trinity unity. E tell them busa won say na nim ne kala no kra no time say. So mo ye no quick man extend there. E man extend on set Dutch player mane. when the dean in the color in the nuna or said that play mame. But I think this is a game both teams to score between Spain and Netherlands. For Italy and Germany, and also both teams to score. Anytime goal score for between Italy and Germany, make for Retegi. But for Spain, Netherlands, anytime goal score no, make for 8 January Rangers for Netherlands because so the goals are saka. Then the other part, Mesha and Nimu said Danny Omo, a bit may play a massive role. Eddie Amomo. Denmark Portugal will go on. That is also a game. I make us a Portugal to win in the half. Anytime goal scorer, I make me a call for Bruno Fernandes and I say Cristiano Ronaldo in this particular game. So then Croatia and France, a repetition of what happened in 2018 World Cup. And you bring from you on about TSC. Croatia for the team the air from France.
It's a generation.
Well, generation no. We mo no year free system. France for us we mo year no mo so pijaba. And Mbappe back into the national team as the captain. Yenhwe dwumedia no so betimedi e de aboa omo.
Wo, me da say. New.
Na komia message bi wa ha every Machiavelli honum ne buy say boss tell Akomia that Tijani is my best player so far.
Oh, okay.
Renders and was one of
Tijani Renders.
The guy is working. The guy is really working.
Serious.
Yeah.
Also the body brother.
No. Only D. On your for there's a book a crabia.
The PR of some form.
Only D. Tijani Nidi.
Social media. Robin ya Brazil ni and Robin ya Argentina ni ya. Kedi and Robin Benya na same ya demano.
Yeah.
Because Robin was a very fine player. Even kwa English with the mame Kosata Robin ya English as a Robin. Boy kwa English player. Oh.
Yo, Raul Asensio say Ramos and any model. Na sometimes I role model nya impact and influence. Also, it is so true. Me role model am fire. That's so say me kwa mo na me ja na chiri na me amede manim eba. Na me share Raul Asensio born na or pick Ramos as a role model na. What it does tell me, they say the guy has a really big mentality. Now sometimes I can't defender na player bi ho asem wa bra onyini tima obi anjini ntumu say Raul Asensio a quality defender no ya na edin so be convince obi. So sometimes you just leave it to time. Say Emre and at time is the best judge. This player no, there are two defense center backs on bracket amedi ho komo. Your bracket back on a PK mo no. David Lewis wo ho, Dante e wo ho mo bi. David Alaba Hobby, Jerome Boateng. That bracket, all of them, you defend them whenever they have the ball at their feet. So Bonnie you create PK, there's nothing to talk about. Apart from say Bono PK or Dante Bono or David Lewis. But there's another bracket, I said Bono one ho, say Bono in ho, or show presence or wherever original field no so. That bracket, a nipa dom kakra bi na ho. And unfortunately for Real Madrid and then of course for Spain, Raul Asensio didn't actually. Now young common media say, make up Bonucci Huasem, make us Sergio Ramos, Giorgio Chiellini. These are central defenders. I say Okrabono, they have huge presence. And every time we talk about the qualities of a central defender, the tab on Krabo, the tackling, the blocks, the interceptions, and of course the clearances. And then the managing who said ball me and cram it, but I'm still working without the ball. Ramos mono go one-on-one situation. Say oh zero wajibon the free sir. And say now all twice a transition, turning the defense into attack. So Raul Asensio at the age of 22, Real Madrid for me. A man come market uncle Dio Biano say a big body number. He's been built inside here. And Omo probably the partner no. Rudiger Alaba they are finding their way out. But I feel say Raul Asensio so up Ramosa. He's in the frame to build himself as one of probably the best defenders at generation USA Binya. And of course, trainer take care of a young central defenders will give no trainer take care of. When you Kubasi, your body dear when you say the trainer take care of. Lenny Euro, you know it. Giorgio Scavini for Italy and then for Inter Milan. Alessandro Bastoni, these are all central young defenders on my picking up our game numbers mentality wise and of course on the ball, off the ball. Raul Asensio Madrid the 4 or more time Madrid bet me JJ boy no so I don't know how, but I've told you say yo time is the best judge. Be injuries. I mean, you this come when you know bad injuries, any unseen circumstances. Of course, you may say like Kafa Greenwood. Greenwood, you be the cast on Kwame Masem until a child no so and a delay the career, and no can say American. But all things factored, Raul Asensio is meant for the top. I mean, also France and mining to me to say Argentina World Cup cleanly. I've been surprised. Patrice Avradia said, okay, can you say, okay, my man starting in common here. First of all, what can someone fa? Adrian Rabiot, Monica Honsa, Veronica Honsa, Monica, and some PSG fans in our Traskica fan, or maybe New York, I don't subscribe to that. And some I can fire my memo. Yow, the same mammy dear. How you treat him, no? Na just a mammy, you importance. This will be one answer. Nti someone mokeka fa adwe rabi on ma me hono nyina no me no nya dwene kra but owie ye no wa mana so hono mo owie no say Didier Deschamps odi ya ma ne successor enipa no nya nkoye but o say odi ya ma ne successor ya me share US 94 kakra e hono ye benya Romario in the last days as the best player of the tournament. Clive Vetmuji Moti Ba say young players no money na Ronaldo mu di akire di Brazil achi bai Alexis Lalas the dey to uja ujemu nwa ye dey ni din to so no I watch all of those players me ba manim kakra ba be France 98 me saso who players so final so captain bi gira final mu abo e leading the nine minor Didier Deschamps super captain na ye ka say DM so obibo 6 oni dunga mi who be that typical DM so you know what the ball and start the attack Didier Deschamps or Jim as a captain but before that no one leading that Marseille team na Albedi Pele ka hono in that Champions League final in 93
yes
super quality team basketball mu team no Fabien Barthez no yankra no ka hono
ona no ko fe Barthez 3 hono
Jocelyn and Groma, that squad, one 7 America in 93. Michael Kai squad, no pa. He was the captain, or captain team, no, captain France 98. Yo, we know South was about Euro 2000, but Metaka, not all good players, and a Babaya good managers.
Okay,
but this guy is a bit exceptional. Oh boy, and then a 9 year Juma, we know what the not so say Juma. He's won the Nations League 2021 for France. And what World Cup no dia momo me de to manager bi ho a obbo the ball ye esa manager ye pa e bia Del Bosque Vicente Del Bosque so ball no do body kodru ye o sa ball Champions League say the race so ball Champions League esa so back World Cup no Del Bosque na me to na the shows the end there he's done that transition after transition she so come squad no a queen fast will move Varane Titi partnership was solid in Russia 2018.
The former German legend with the other 1990 World Cup. The
Kaiser. Or court club football. That's our bad national team football. Solid. But being on my so did the chance that you my France no. Encore they are thinking said you're replacing our workload
and say how big at the last time Mike no more can how big boy Deschamps ayo France so is I say na you form Mbappe man ram be any story so say and no na be kire ni pom mfa because obianim say Mbappe ni yada Zidane pa but say bisa wo say we kwa ye fa Zidane na be ye ane omra baba ya be adwuma na onyanko
when yasem
because we know or such a way in Mbappe
when you say Didier Deschamps the why as player Mbappe be why as player ni be pay and was ability and he plays according to the identity and the culture of the country. What's a Del Bosque one free space style of playing for
Barcelona or the Madrid
the same thing and the Didier Deschamps of 42 for them one day because France football is it revolves around aggression and then technique, physical balance. Didier Deschamps or Tiasiba. It was really team na emrene fifi ba France team no F cracker Bakola Modi desire do those boys no yaw. Didier Deschamps he's done. Now work up we me share no ma catch no say ma share US 94 ma share France 90 Japan Korea 202. Ni free school ko tete assist for no promote ni ehwe. Your boy and the ball Germany 2006. None of the finals and a final will make them any better to know. Me who be that. Yes, Zidane your record against Italy. It was so intense. Second one free final anymore. You didn't catch someone. It could be an could Italy for her. Ya baby who South Africa 2010. One more crown boy. It was another. I mean, look at that final. And then yesterday we had the man Spain for no beer atari and him Jackie always sempre gonna sort always with you. It was a pure final that's meant for the top. But me say final way Colomwani at the age of 38 kwaya mama hypertension. This is final. I want to be convincing me say ya shed that edge the be no way.
I'm not no can run no way.
No way.
Come over TV like live on TV no.
Final way I say. When ball tornado, look at Martinez's performance. I mean, how many finals have been Messi extreme performance where they might not keep away as I ended the account still not enough. So Patrice Evans, some now they can please on trust and some so now on for baby. I mean, call him when the ball we can tornado come woo. Now passing me when the current defense no crack off flats and a color so pretty no. Boy in Bella Shebitia Legon City skipper referee keeper fake shot. Second all loving. I say fake something. Bibi top strikers in
on some 14 people because player BN on man argument say your best say no. Mean me say what them 2 goals now I say goal na Mbappe crowd take am born here 2-2 no. The confidence, the technique and the angle but volley those are the penalty first or the first goal. The second goal we ball 1-2 what passing so only they can head them out to run not run them so we had
volley. What can find out volley? Look at the technique. Look at the technique.
We were said to say the impudence. I'm back to what's happening. But the message. Oh,
so go to so not to want to center. No, show Messi and him say. Over next one and I train the air coso. So Patrice Evra, please. Sans and 70 yaw on fan to baby cry. I don't know. Some brother cry now. Mammy and I say you know be as a mention much of mention. Yeah, come on, me. You back this way, you been now. Oh, look at it, watch it there, Anna. I saw my no from the piano, Benjamin. I saw the Ashan to our question. Yes, a very disease in dining table. No, I serious. What did you me was so bad, dear child. I to say, I was so long can school was in here.
Prince Van Zet, I say, Mbappe almost gave me a cardiovascular disease when he scored a second goal. Somebody there. Mbappe, Messi Shegwana say center circles will D Mbappe rough.
I think so. You see, football destiny. Be why teacher will be there are times where players force the initiative. They said they can Mbappe force it, but it was written in the stars that Adriana Beko Argentina.
Yeah,
there are certain things Wontumi
scripted.
No, you see, you have favors. I mean, who team be away winning? Football no a way of rewarding you for a certain painful loss, defeat to be another way. Meaning say they make a what yes, and I want to know football na nyam frama na wom your mon wo a from by and then and nyam frama na carry ball. A lot of things happen. You want your me tra de any the physical na ye be hu no. Why do we still see to this day an act of cheating by Maradona to be an act of genius? Then say we are go. It is celebrated in the game.
Yeah.
But it was written in the stars, ABC, or yeah, or TV, he scored a moment of brilliance go be or share or to England for Coco Show. But the hand of God no is well celebrated more than the to England for the Coco Show. So football no, there are certain moments you can't describe it. And Yantias, yes, sir. France for anybody and still feel it is a competition that slipped out of their hands. They were overwhelming favorite, but so applies to Argentina. After losing their first game to Saudi Arabia, they never looked back. And Sabibi and Sesanio Memumba were brown to Minchrasia. Kayan Kakasabi said, Osro Boadi or Buano, Osro Nuehoda. Unimamomo, Unimadi or Moyo. And she had an obebuao. Why do we pray for grace? Grace now bonfire for no. For someone it is favor. Obedience lack. A one casa, but a yard dear back. So a different casa, by a yard dear back. A tree and munyam at the brow, a chinkunim de at the brow. Nobody can describe the amount of grace Newton has received. I only in Timasem. In the end, to me, Tinahan describe it. The grace that was on the Argentina team and why it was destined they will win the 2022 World Cup. You can't. Oh, you can't describe it. You can't describe it. Wontumi describe it. And there are certain links you can even make to 86. Into football script and fancy I do some common way. I came purposely for one thing. So why Kevin Danson and Black Sheriff video no? Yeah. Why would Tottenham as a football club decide to use their YouTube page to highlight Danson player or non key player with the team? And then Black Sheriff, who is not even rated per the Grammys, why would they choose to use that? But you see, one monitor West Ham, I'm TikTok admin. The videos are the bani na no 90% and you made that here Ghana. Yes. Minimum one monitor. Good. Football a game a competitive sport, but you need to go beyond football to really understand it. And matrotron nyoma be wa me akra bro ma adwen mentiasia. So first let's explain this. The game as it is now, and yet the same as the game we saw some 10 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back. Era bia ni baby draw. The butter game no near the tongue. I have the passing new Timberbo 2002 World Cup, Japan Korea. It was the World Cup for hairstyles. David Beckham koyi in Mohawk. There was Salif Diao. There was this Senegalese player, not a striker. Is it something Kamara? Obia unity different, just to send a story. But there was one Turkish player, Umit Davala or Davala. No, I Beckham didn't be bad. It was a bit devilish. The Mohawk, a tone. But the hairstyle and the haircut thing, they did not start with 2002. You go way back, Carlos Valderrama. From the 90s at the Eba, Colombia, omo captain no aye ni train style bi. Rene Iguita no aye ni train style bi. Yeah, the tone game no. Football no as it is. Wontumi tone and they just as football na unya so mfaso. It is more than a competitive sport. It is entertainment, it is art. In the end no ball no ye di nyoma bi bata ho no ye de tone. Time and attorney am the video nearby. An international window. Yeah. No serious club activity. We need to occupy the digital space with content. Yes. Check it. Torium what 8.8 subscribers or million subscribers. No. None of them joined because of Kevin Danson. But if I get to hear Kevin Danson's story, I fall in love with him. I did okay, fine. Black Sheriff for Jumedi D. London. Yes. It didn't him. He's a promising artist or potential. No? There is a large black African community over London. Yeah. Nigeria for whom, Cameroon for whom, Ghana for whom. Black Sheriff's music appeals to them. Tottenham fans ni be belong to our community. No, let's get a storyline that will sell and be appealing to everybody. Almost 30 years no mudidi was a palace, Accra Palace, a restaurant na London no. Kasa bena no moka. Kevin Banso danso kan the background. Oh, nane papa bet na UK no deeper. Bana your man shut down fan no so could in the pa no Austria. No moko settle ha and yeah omo wo no. But onya 6 years no back to the UK, London, Milton Keynes. So he spoke about the influence of one, the grandmother, two, ne mame. It speaks to the typical African family setting, extended family. Yani eti bio bia fane na nansem. Wa also am fan na nansem o European ni on kan ye ho. Unya ntete afri una na o. Blasheri fe Canada say me no story ni ye den eye pe. Me mame menana. So you have two Ghanaians. Dansoni ya wono Abrochi, Austria. Sharif ni ya wono Konongo, but they are sharing one story. Boundaries cannot limit them and cannot hinder their African root. Inti what kind of story ni dia show? Oh sir, Danso shows love for ne mame. You know the number of people who will follow Danso because of boy you want Kayo what kind of nanakra and I say now so we cry Ghana but obi say on ped Danso I say because on bomb Ghana national team but we are wakano obe follow Danso because story be a wakano he relates to it okay no wakai wona nabi so o ma metete or boy ye we ya okọ na ho obe krokro no amma weduane no wedi Sheriff's wakane there. So then it comes to the food. Cocoa beans, barrier yache na mjesi wako mi favorite
food.
Oma fa pizza ni we biensi ho. Then I say the favorite meal eye cocoa ni edua gobe gari nka ho there. And baby obekobi and he makes sure say he makes sadly preferences for certain meals or dishes, a money show. Yeah, in Austria, Kokoni beans the uncle DNA, but he stayed true. Then we need for say, Omusano, there was one rule I am break of ye, Yabeka tree throughout. The one Austria, Bomuka tree, and then yeah, man, princess, how are you? So we're going to me, Cabra, you are not worried. But on T3 now, you are not really worried. Then they move into their professional lifestyle. But this one with much more emphasis on Black Sheriff. Yeah, more ball at club level, dancing to me in your but Sheriff made a young to also make a case for himself. One, he needs to grow his reach. Sheriff very show London. If people watch this, it draws their attention to it. Or be release the album. And you know, butcher dance on Fama Bontin. It is another way of making the song popular. If you hear it, that moment alone, then you want to catch a glimpse of the commercial aspect. Another song with African roots. Now, the American, the Sheriff the commercial benefit a woman and they say he needs to appeal to a certain target market outside his scope. Normally, Sheriff in his scope will be a Ghana. After all the Nigeria Togo be back. But if he needs to go out there and appeal to a lot of people with his message, his song, and also make money out of it, because of a professional, he needs to widen his scope and also be him. And there is an avenue. Video way are not necessarily people who follow football, but or follow Spurs. Yeah, mobile or person monitor their Spurs here. Or kono who Black Sherifa when you're following the account, and it is a certain tie-in. Abba since ages, bring it sporting fraternity, the entertainment industry together, and then a Bwama mutual growth or Mokabom Edini. Just recently we saw Kendrick Lamar. It was Super Bowl and Ameboa. Burna Boy visited Old Trafford on the Paul Pogba stage. This was 2021-2022. check the growth of Burna Boy after such initiatives. Stormzy, Yaya Ghana this year, Michael Obaye Wadie. He has been frequenting football stadia. He brought out an album, Nenyom Aton baby etra UK bagana. Ne first and yen test Stormzy in Kanye Nimnompo, but we got to know him through football. You cry mistake, for Romelu Lukaku. So football, sport, and then entertainment. Abaye bako. So now, to grow the game, you need to go beyond the game. And to make sure you are going beyond the game, you need to understand that the game is the game. But game, you be one dimensional, dynamic, and it keeps evolving. Entina FIFA bako suya NFL. Osi Super Bowl no halftime show na moye no. The next World Cup, yes we be copy ni ayebi. The game is growing. Enti se wo se bi no ko omanimu a sa na momba ko mienu miensa wo ye ometutu. Se ye ni yanko ye nimu a is because we have failed to learn and appreciate the times that we are in, that if we need to grow our game, we need to go beyond the game. But first of all, and now first and foremost, we need to understand what the game is. So it's a beautiful thing that Black Sheriff I and I pray send you show no bear London or you all to work kakrebi, but the next time you hear a Black Sheriff show, it might be on a bigger stage, and he might get bigger stars to grace it for him.
Mate, Mike, me that see. Well, network ne higher pa mauzem say Facebook no cross streaming na kate mon fan chase ba on besan shama Mr. Mamma way.
Yo, me that see. Na I think say Thomas Tuchel na appointment in the Juma Wonya as in Three Lions manager no. Ebe the most challenging job of his career. This is a manager why Juma with Borussia Dortmund, why with Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, and then Bayern Munich. But what the conversation the British media and in some more come about Thomas Tuchel say giving him the opportunity to lead the Three Lions, not the masses, a lot of the masses and also pleased with the appointment. They feel say their own could have done a better job, especially from the backdrop said the other expatriate coaches are more for mobile. The levels of the national team no do and made the Garrett Southgate. So be any analysis on that tangent that you just have to agree with the persons and you all can backed by facts. But and Che and Thomas Tuchel said he would need to he needs to do something to warrant or no say or to the English anthem no. But fancy the sports woman football no I evolve a change baby into before a manager speaks on issues no and yes what na DNA happen yare has any actually in summer onkoka now share the political tone of Germany and then England Obia be dating the back to the World War II, First World War and the Dresden bombing. It was idea the English and their allies did that to Germany. So in a nice way to present Nasser, no say I also want BB to qualify to sing the song. No dear. Ejuma dear man and praying there. He feels say ne hunte until Roman phone will be say, Lord, I'm not ready to enter under your roof, but only say a word and my soul shall be healed. Or no, as Thomas Tuchel there. Or who said or befitting singing the English anthem. This is not the first time. Fabio Capello befa the English job no, or also Anton national anthem no. Or see, he finds it weird to be singing another country's anthem. And because of the beliefs are holy for the country, protecting and defending the country, he would dare not do that. Now, I read Nabakan and be said, squad not Thomas Tuchel Abefano. To him, he wouldn't change that squad for any other squad in Europe. Or feel say England will what it takes to win a major tournament in the nearest future. Yes. But the debate and the argument is that England squad say no. Now for the other European nations, you know almost the big boys almost challenging for trophies. No question is England was so you wouldn't change anything. And as any player in this current England setup for another national team player now, I find it a bit debatable, because the phrase has been the golden generation, and the golden generation about because you want to say talent be based on their quality. No, we expect them to achieve something, and also omunye bibia omu twemu akọ entimi anye into Ghana's golden generation. Ye dey ya ka system na piamo. Why? Because omo the Ghana call World Cup, but we read the discussion of World Cup and you say bebusa say sikani ya de mo je den, then you make reference to or say Kofi time no mu win baby. But England anya golden generation. Michael Bobo, 2004, 2006, but I say they have the golden generation. But I think, the football world and the community ain't fair in terms of using that phrase, because Soka said the golden generation of a nation and as a national team is the golden generation as against the competing teams. So in 2006, England by Mudu quarter final, I think it's Portugal the penalty shootout. Portugal they manage Simão Saprosa header Postiga mobile. To compare that Portuguese team now, no actually England they are not the buy. Jamie Carragher, Steven Gerrard, Michael Owen. In 2006 now, Germany they Toxin France, Podolski and Philip Lahm into where say you can't. I might be so when you're golden generation. For compare omo competing in from 2008 ecosi 2014.
Okay.
You know the Spanish team was it Aragonés started the whole yes. Now they call 2010. Should the Italian side of 2006 Omoji World Cup? No, Yakinta, Luca Toni, Zambrotta, Fabio Grosso, Totti, and then that of Buffon. For compare England here, no. Oben say English team, no. Yeah, can't golden generation. No. The Obenya no say the position of Bonumpo in world football. Say only the best in that position. But from 2008 year to 2010, no. Compare the Spanish team on the screen. Say Shadrack Benya. Almost all the lineup Spain the boss our tournament in every position. When you Ubenya 6 best players in that position the world over.
Okay.
And Ubenya Casillas in post.
Yeah, financial best.
Casillas Buffon be fighting, but you go for that gentleman. Sergio Ramos at right back. That time, no, the right back position. Maybe all the Beman Daniel Alves in that position. But the centre back pair, no. Yes. They were for that position, Spain Belusi. But the centre back pair now, Puyol and then Piqué. Obenya Xabi Alonso. In that role now, pretty, he will be the best. So. And then for England team now, Obabo Jubelium, Obabo goalkeeper now, them friends, Pickford. Or a match for Martinez, Emi Martinez of Argentina, or a match for Alisson Becker of Brazil. Share on the right back position, no checking the world currently. Say right backs are on England are blessed with that talent. Ubenya Trent Alexander-Arnold, Onukwano as an English. A lot of criticism from his own people.
Yes.
Said defensively, on your be able to rely on him. And they can speed in the centre back position as against that of the French national team. So Ubetimenya golden generation in your own right. But to go out there, say bet dominating, you need more than the slogan now can of you know. So in 2016, Portugal beji Euros, no, checking England squad no they call it. 2018 World Cup. Omokoya could do semi-final stage. But the Croatia team no they buy na. That position now Modric, but he was the best. How many of the English talents in that course are World Cup no? And the world at large. So who you play Biobeka say he was the best in that position in the world contest.
Modric.
Yes, in the world contest. Share France team major World Cup, no. Blaise Matuidi, N'Golo Kante. Matuidi will forever be an unsung hero
no bo
because ni PR ni soro Italy no ya hwɛ de awoyo because de awoyo no currency of money we mu abayi ye binti yentimi ye dede bebre sa but he was very instrumental ɛwɔ mo team nim Hugo Lloris e bi anya pick for the world best position the center back position go and check so that call from I read now say he wouldn't change any player the current squad no mukuta no I was say omuji bibi o hwe baby agarisa gedi omukoduru ye ne dia England are so close the final of Euros losing on penalties the semi-final of the World Cup and losing Wontumi and final so all your analysis in that contest they are close but the closeness England gets the harder it gets because other nationals say so you France team let's see no you Portugal line up team now unkuta currently they at all now you that of the Dutch national side Obeka said differences in this rosa to say England could a golden generation in our own contest Ghana and the golden generation for a generation to compare that of Egypt for that of Ivory Coast to fight all these or to come
into also full say be our squad when you're the golden generation and you won't want
yes
not your competitors yes now one say indeed all the any the golden and answer
exactly
a bit
the silver and answer
bronze generation
but in your own right you see them as golden because the country be a team produce talent so I think that is about time English media no face reality the golden generation whatever
is coming
we need to fight against
the BI is coming home
maybe people they cry a diamond but they are yet to realize that
well Steve me that say mo fan China network na high pa I'm say you streaming mo Facebook and mo complain mo fan China but all the same live on Facebook come say Sharak Masa and Fufro enti ye be fie ano no enti couple brand February e wo fie Blank Stars and Afenra matches about so Ghana Premier League ni mo and I'm say coach Watara Bofu say
apala pa coach Watara de so nutia so no press na ya on person beba
ano ma force na ma
banzo am betinsem enti
makola no be o say hanya makola market
say we busa question no ozi munya abotre hanya makola o you need to keep quiet enti sound wakabi babrofo so de wakabi
and obigini phone be record no so
and was in a press conference one say yeah the phone ba press conference da e say the camera na eba
and as I phone I'm on quite use phone
there was a camera you need to be professional.
You know, has then na Mike ye can one say be mo record no na one can
and there one you say oh ba press out and some training for camera bra men fa phone bia me see ni so say me busa no question bia enya yi
or pay attention every defeat no go
oh yes they say there ninsam
o dey fair kwai
ninsam o dey aba na there e do so pa nti e be di nkomo and I don't pay you room of the Black Stars of Ghana now you didn't commander day 3 or from training no training no course behind closed doors be because next coach to some secret training be said a child for no be who the be cry in general training no course so nti enra de me am public and some trophy into me and kwango here minimum na any editor or his excellency and John Dramani Mahama no any team no led by FA President Yera Keto Kreku and after the Sports Minister Yera Kofi Adams Omo Eko Emaja ono so die nsema wo our best worker chair Black Stars team the president eno omo ko kan komo so no omo di na omo qualify no omo ka say last time kra no mo ntimi an qualify dem mo qualify so ko ye kra na enye kra ni nyina mo Ghana me hu bi na mo this time dem mo hwe say mo betimi akọ na afi mo ya adwuma e di ama Ghana nti we pictures na da so ni bia His Excellency and afi the GFA president and then the sports minister and any players see any technical team na picture betie His Excellency in some kakode etudwa said we see address the technical team and the Black Stars players and rabra or monitor training.
We didn't qualify for the AFCON, but even when we qualified for the AFCON we crashed out very early the last time, and so we haven't given up on you. We still believe that the Black Stars can find its glory again. And it's dependent on you and the technical team and the management committee. We can't come and play the football. We can make the resources available. We can come to the stadium and cheer you on. But eventually, the goals will come from these feet that are right here. And so, it takes sacrifice, it takes strength. We all like to watch you when you play for your teams. And we expect that you bring some of that dedication to the national team. Playing for the national team is not as lucrative as playing for your individual teams. But still, that sense of pride and patriotism that your nation, has gone to the World Cup is something that is worth dying for. And so
players no matter Monfanya Juma, because last time mo qualify no Graman could chatau into we so mo qualify mo rese when yes mo qualify na makobo na yensu etimi akobi na enu ya matimi akoka enti enu ya kakre free o ede eba na yebedi nkomo kakra na yato aso e parliament enra ministers who could pm parliament eno e Kofi Adams sports minister na Kofi Adams e kwa no chair parliamentarians no more parliament o nyana ne say aha ne yeshemra ana yetumra ana bibia so koso ye ha musuma me se me nkohwe Black Stars match makohwe na say Black Stars ball match omuntimi wini makache kochutuado and the technical team they say omo instill winning mentality our boys na dream say the bear mo bobo mo be share because they say Black Stars bobola omuntimi share betie honorable ensema odi atudwa ama say there win e ko ma dream.
Mr. Speaker, the Black Stars technical team has assured my ministry that all necessary preparations have been made and that the players are in high spirit, ready to give their all for the nation. This commitment is evident in the call-up squad released by the head coach. Beyond the tactics and selection, the technical team is tasked with instilling a winning mentality in our players. We must restore pride in the Black Stars jersey and ensure that our national team once again becomes a force to be reckoned with in African and global football.
On the Black Stars could deal in the parliament. We know say parliamentarians no more. Obi a Ghana ni enti se nyame adoma china obi amre or more official invitation na omombe support Black Stars our Accra Sports Stadium.
Mr. Speaker, this is a national mission and it requires the support of everyone, including this august house. I extend a special invitation to all members of parliament to join us in the stands as we support the Black Stars in their upcoming World Cup qualifier against Chad on Friday, 21st March 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Accra Sports Stadium. Let us lead by example, show that when it comes to national football, we are united in purpose, passion, and patriotism. Ghana's football must rise again, and rise it will.
Won see any and some kakodi atudwa our parliament e de onsem enso e de man some de na do so parliamentarians no be sorry raising concerns nemum ye de no be see na afia to aso our Black Stars omo come na say onzo your Black Stars player na oba omo initiative into Black Stars dance oba obesa na afia hu say bia onso nim sa na say unim sa eno no ye the funny side of the game na Benjamin Asari initiative ah ne end oba kramanye initiation yeah na nke hu nipa otimi jana na so a unsa why omu say amida ono za na ze
oni nim sapa
okoni se no aba ni se edi la watina se ya Wontumi answer da
oti woni asari
simple crowd ba so original tie for biza na any dey o no nemu e Benjamin Asari say ya bi na Benjamin so ye you e Black Stars ka o de inside court no dey aba form
Benjamin Asaya na di kapula to so
ma Benjamin bra na sisi David Benjamin ya meet me nyama ya try Benjamin Asari say the video no baba na afia to so the face group I no ye go so ye koye nim Central African Republic and no na Madagascar mo 4-1 ama you say table no Madagascar with 10 points Ghana you on 9 you say Comoros or 9 Uncle Free and room Comoros for no almost 9 Black Stars or 9 and Afi Mali or 5 points and Oshe Central African Republic or more 4 and a Chad and so more any points into fancy Chad in the only points Chad is a Chad Chad Asari Afen Waba Fancy yeah I know CC in Waba is a Benjamin and easy cry
my old
see no you ever moves na do nim ye e wo ha na ya hwe alongside 200 meters and 200 so na nke hia wa chi oba o
me salary it's me do salary me catch us say you salary me
salary
one also doping test me see 50 franc have doping test you na hwehwe adunsom e dey hwehwe em na how you hwehwe adunsom me ni problem you hwehwe me me ni problem because me no the coach I choose Friday so you coach nti ya on the cap every morning me every morning oba kan so say to su me every morning me mate de ba everyone know that run free atonsu be abetara problem police station na woni ageno me who attract be me who be am France and me see from answer my every morning Premier League no yeni nkomo kakra Ghana Premier League no outstanding games ana NRS Barcelona na midweek na Bechem omo bomode Bechem United omo House of Folk and dey ebo ani na game ni bere na afi Kofi Tompo on back na has na yankabi and omede ball no koto na ehwe akira na ewe omusi everyday game no from back omuso ball no no omo pass sa and omede ball no koto na se hwe ball na ore obehu omugita ball na omo dada omo Kofi Tompo enya ize kra nti ohwe omo ball na has for no omo na yankabi o enie ball ni easy nti game we say na esikoye ama Kofi Tompo and the ball on the net. Tompo from a tree. Force ni ti has team ne de o said the new Mexico so mo ye nuama yi pa na no ada bechem so de because safety protocol no ye adwuma because baby ana supporters no woni nyina no obehu say security personnel no mo gina fifina wo mo monitor said the be nuama ntimi enko so bone e stadium nti o hwa na bechem for no the hunters o support pa ti enra o mo do mo support ne by ebe ye ebi hunahuna o mo ema oza okay o de mami wi ana na ya basinti o hwe said the university o de wi a ye bedi nkomo wai na national way no crowd o Thomas we bedi nkomo na onu say o my on beating na ho a fancy is obi antimi nkosho mo this season our league no be chemi na table not even conceding a goal this season became home matches so across all
was House of Folks at 3-2 no
and our man last season
after that this season
they are doing very well na coach I friend Kwaku Danso one year coach Dema Omu yebusa Danso say e denti na ma omuntimi obi antimi meche omo no so determination ana eboa omu pa ema players no retire so obi antimi meche omo homo
it's only determination and commitment because we have signed the ball such a way that they are always committed and they are always up to the task. So that's why other teams are finding difficult to beat the team or to put a ball in our net here. Always we play compact in our method and the boys are always determined and then they are eager for action.
Watara enso ekasai na ni nyina no say enra has to minya chances so game na bi wa set pieces eba o mo bo ana afa nchen enti ema nsem trade back after say match ni we co post match no ana no obisa say coach as a set pieces ne ba o players ni ntimi deliver internet ana o say sa okay na mo kra mo so nsem trofo na mo aba he ya wo so obisa question enya phone ana gutaw esa wo ba hanka o de camera ana eba say na ntimi ma wadwuma mu meka wadwuma mu nsem no sanso na untimi nka mesuma dwumam ensem Nti yenti ensem kakra. Yes. Nti ena no osa be oze watara. Na you be say the league because okaza mumra 6 June.
And I say you need 6 June.
Wasa go busa the league.
Eno 19.
Ba ye nyandu June osa go busa the league asem.
Who go busa the league?
Oh say the city no. Kotoko ne baseke All Stars no na me adoma omo di promo aba. Omo promo game no na sa GFA Happy Hour project no. Enso be cause nti omo say na me adoma from 12 to 1 p.m. near free entry to the red stands. Inti yebenya curtain raiser, yebenya anyumtofa mabobo nyum kakra entertaining and sana game no abaso 3 p.m. Ti Sharak say jenge na ready inti promo for chess.
David. Na coach Ben no be asimo lose match.
Watara.
Coach Ben no be asimo lose match.
I don't want say can one some tactically come fast so abechema fast wa hye no. Too much is ni awabo. On win game no. Tactically no. Only fancy. Only okay. Say we attack. Say do won come on.
Why they being come on?
What is so say?
So all journalists now if you are tactically inclined, you ask questions to elicit an answer to solicit for tactically a mannered question and answers. Never. How can you ask a coach say, do you have an ambition to win the league? No coach na be more tactics. Is this possible? One. If you remember two. If you want to speak tactics, you must know the team and the identity. Newton here. Team be on a tactical identity, true or false.
90 minutes. Sunday special acrobatics.
Good. So if you want to really know the team, one way to find out from them, any match, visit their training grounds. Journalists are always some training could be a question about team being a tactical weakness. You don't even know say training. If you are ill informed, stay away. My country, if we don't advise them, they will continue to mess up. The discipline levels are very low. Our press conferences are saying for international matches there is an instruction. Put your phone on flight mode.
Simple.
Yes. You started press conference cost you 2 minutes no before no ring it. No be able no room. The ill discipline. Per se, correct you correct yourself first. Sports journalism no. Be brilliant ye. The reason why Ouattara used that phone analogy no. The guy was trying to ask him a question about something he doesn't even know.
Training grounds.
Trying to insult the intelligence of the coach. I would defend Ouattara on any day on this. Me come the chiro. I would defend Ouattara every day on this. You are asking about set piece routine. Sir journalist no be a question no. What your friend bra? Sir has last 5 matches. Sir no musi ball free kick. On to me here no. On to me here no. Even for those who practice excellent set piece routines at training. Team Biana de be your set piece.
Arsenal for no.
Team Biana de be your set piece. I don't know yet sir. They basa bina de biado. Ubisa question for yebema answer for. If the coaches don't share bashe effort, to me call bashe effort the win could be we are stubborn people. Not yet the Ouattara need in this one near proceed. Wow, all the wow studio.
Petrosh Tembi Ohoro. And I'm a post match will incline the rise and I'm away from that and I'm say that I'm not salon on a VMO, venom media officer. So be a flow nana salon can be say our general overview after a full 90 minutes now. Bash candidate winner Bishop say do no say as we be about tactics. I don't know bash ready to know I don't question winning tactics and tactics say the movement between 2 or 3 players. No. Well, where you are no all players
again. You say coach say my ambition is to win the league, which again mean who enter say coach na can baby I say this season has ambition is on Beji League. The only time he spoke about the club's objectives, no, say almost ambition, they said they will avoid relegation and could be a problem between us for anyway. Meboa, I don't need to say.
Asansan training won't mention a question. Some training won't mention.
No, you bet me at now.
Much now.
And you know, crowd. Messi, you bet me at now.
First, make us assassin.
Last 2 games, Sporting. No, Musumano from UK man, no, so Cambrofo, Kakano, a guy is a Masadabi or Bokromo, I'm betting you Busan Bofo. No, oh, could you know the son?
That is a cultural related question. It has to do with language. The contest here is tactics. More journalists now, you have close to zilch knowledge about tactics, you know. You have the effrontery to show up and ask a coach a tactical question, but coach maybe your own team bisao and in the practice of journalism. What kind of hypocrisy is this?
Yes, Mike, I can't say oh, you that's the beauty of the world.
The subject around journalists asking certain questions, fancy one way or the other. Minu nyina be adwin say etiri wo adwin bia na adwin dem ni nyansa bi edem. Said you bisa a question and yes hand obi bisa a question. Said your motena class a unim ade no and yes hand obi so nim ade. It doesn't mean say o training me course am here wo university no mission psychology na church sem so um kakra. How to handle some of these situations, you know. Coach Ouattara, the position now Ginano as a head coach, he is not only being a head coach for any other football club than Hearts of Oak.
Okay.
One of the biggest clubs in Okrumasi. The moment they pick you as the head coach for Hearts of Oak, meaning you're a leader. As a leader, you also teach.
Yes.
And as a teacher, you need to learn how to tolerate. Baby Ginana, me what I say. Journalists in the eco training say on share so on you know we can have a different discussion to that. But the substantive matter in that ground says a journalist in the question no busa no oyano wanyano
Josie the enemy
wanyano. What did I mention as no? We've been to press conferences where Coach Ogum obetime busa na question bi Coach Ogum be you ano we are the better one. No, they are taron. I've seen press conference where he answers questions. Or we are not catching the park and said, try and come to the training grounds.
The last Black Stars game, Otuado journalist in the NBA.
Also, Otuado journalist then. Also, the temperament is very key. And you be a prayer who giddy a year no. You won't be on my way. Some of us are going to decide. So, oh, I can't answer that. But I believe say Abia over training grounds BAC. The position now Ouattara finding itself in no. Just say oh the other be pan and the pan o jinamo timidika say oh journalists the camera they are banning results ma speak to it. Nippona some no busa on here and you related to the results. Speak to it. If you be a mensa womb, journalism movement catch you want to decide be airtime. Fancy if you've been to international media presses, you can ask a question. The question in young send him crana quite the first way you are in the but it's not something that will attack your personality or whatever you are doing. It's Coach Ouattara. Oh, nice, and your man, no, yeah, that's where you attention. Oh, you just say Morino.
Philippe Anderson says,
Ouattara didn't want it.
Sangahash, be chairman ranting,
Kobeya, sir.
You see, that is how Obisana Samuel before reply.
Yes.
At times too, let's be a bit understanding of the sensitivity of some of these situations. Again, emotional intelligence will lead you to understand times and circumstances. Times and circumstances. Kwako Tichi. Time now, Swana. Okay.
I feel about doing good. You have 20 more minutes.
Akomiaka Sano say, coach in display there tolerance. What is tolerance here? If you say there is mutual. If you disrespect me to an extent, I I needn't show tolerance. You maybe I show zero tolerance for. But we are disrespect. Journalist totofe wa we mfa ade bi mbegina manim. Embe insult me technical intelligence and my experience as a coach. Say Adamuko training na Adamon practice set piece ana. Who asked such a question? Please, no. Akomia, you can never go to the hospital and ask a doctor something that is technically related to his practice. At the local medical school, no, when you are sending a sisina paniana.
I want to know fuller than pani.
No, Akomia, no. This is totally unacceptable.
No, Mike.
Okay, and as a coach. Oh, Ebia from your stance, your new tactics, Nessa. But I think tactically your team was weak. Explain if I'm a DNTR, a banessa. And what me you are not at no, I am a Samuko training a moon practice set piece.
Okay, Nessa, them it was here as a question of crown on Shadan show.
Yeah, that was Ebia. That was what he said. Maybe moon practice it. What kind of insulting question is this? Na sebe se coach ne nam hono ono coach onim ne brabo onim ne dwuma enti set piece ko ntimi try bi. So at times let's be a bit fair. And then we person yet here.
Oh, okay.
Coach nko lose so much na won ko din attempt say people don't know this is an insult, but it is an insult.
Okay.
And your insult na ye sebe kwasea aboa. But we do Watara temper say and the coach in Nankas or nim send you see training players. We all know this. Share Oko training now. No more shooting drills or more ya. Unjin the class players na the back park in the swa or mobile chances in the baby to go no. Bibiana a process a time.
Okay.
And for a journalist to have the effrontery to disrespect an elite level coach like
Watara espresso obi busa na question about training grounds. I was in the corner to the boise. No. I'm not being unfair to him. That is the same way I can also say you've been unfair to the journalist for also asking a question that also so game because you and I, you were not there. The journalist was there to cover the game. We're risking it. We're risking the time. We're risking a lot of things to be there. No matter how unintelligent the question might seem, he deserves the right to ask a question. Because we're game, no. And Watara Nyoma now, may say results in the chess because fancy. I have a big problem on House of Folk. Come on, first, I set up on team no in these two games. I'm not ready. I say I'm not there. I'm not this no. Only to break you more did you more.
There's a bad down to coaching.
Need to promo. Now attack and call first to born partnerships with anymore. With the 4-1-4-1 and also with the 4-1-3-2 no krana. Two attackers now were anymore different type of attackers. Only no complement to one. And if a team like House of Folk is failing to get results out of two games, but the manner in which House of Folk lost. What I say? No, it's not Amorim Yabusana question. Maybe Rashford was even out of the team. Rashford as him. Good. Coach in Bubofu. And our Ukrainian journalist, Papa. Maybe I am also no. Marcus Rashford is not with us anymore. And if you don't ask,
I saw prefer
40-something-year-old goalkeepers.
And no one find the journalist not him.
And the player,
one find the journalist not him.
Ochi Rashford no power.
How many journalists not
Mourinho Pep. They have rights to refuse to answer certain questions. Watara is not the first coach to give such a response to a journalist who decided to come out and attack his intelligence. Obiano response or the Bema, oh come here. Response I'm the Bema, different from Newton. Different from Akonia. Yeah, you know to me react da. I saw Pepe.
Messages from Mama King.
When you take center stage,
messages about Mama King.
Video, movie,
Philip Anderson say he was angry when he was coming. He was actually prepared because he knew the guys will be asking him unnecessary questions, so he will also reply them well. Saint Innocent say, I'm a hellson, but the media approach was very bad. Again, about to say he has to be sacked. You can't see any tactics in his game, no game plan or identity. And what they buy. When so I say, whenever he loses, he doesn't talk well to the media, but when he wins, he replies them nicely. I'll go and check his history. Saint Innocent say, but that doesn't mean he should respond that way. I don't know. So then so buy no new. Mama no way.
Me news baby akumiane. Miki we men ko ho na me twem ko blaster game so quickly na. Me kabia na say akwese yo blaster games no so be baso na Madagascar already no o win 4-1 and na me bu say, but me my advice ke toa bi na me de ma coach Obaka Wata so be fa so mfa eno de ye nyina we are here, but madwene kire me say obelu game say on lose game say in central be busa question bi say be nyansasem say nyansasem say obubefu say obunfu at this point we gina ho say see no central bia say obubebusa no opa skip opa answer. The more you answer, the more you sell yourself out for ye media guys no bebre ni huhu e bra bofu a wa honhonu a wo ya pai no sa bre na mu e ba bebusu asem no. It is up to wow to find a way to skip or manage the question. But the beer no can so be answer. Now all answer the there. We will tackle your results the following day. You tackle last 7 nipa busa share bufo no. We will tackle your results. And don't na busa akome busa say, "Adwo ben why results ben ade aba. Tactics information ben ade has before. Have you moved them from where they are supposed to be?" So for when you say then you don't go to those questions, because me see your mate for your colleagues in no you don't think about they have no empathy. When you have brought the money pa, one lose you know how much more my can about him. Now the following days and for na cano no matter your results.
I found my own reason to na wataran person be post match am mo be trainer so no. So we ba.
Now with the yanko bet or could be any and central for the Sabusan questions. They will target him. You skip it and have your phone from Poma or could be any dance back.
Yeah, press conference.
Mesu or call be any
watara post match.
Or shadow crash so 1-0. Yeah. Into your friend or shadow crash as well. Well, let's see. Ask what
be any.
So now all can make it the kind from the two. So young blaster game. So yeah, for it's already dynamic.
Emmanuel Mafusugo no Shetia Nations and Rano. Your league never. Okay, Mafugo.
Okay.
Troopers.
For
just one touch.
Charlie.
Your league never fail.
On say the nation's pitch is city. Boy, you on say fair. Be chim for the near bomb was on say pitch knife fair.
We can have quality camera anyway.
Levetius, we know Tamale City. Last season, Blossom, no call has folk. If we don't call has folk, he was a key competitor for Dennis Corsa. We said somebody competed Dennis Corsa, but Levetius could do not forward the ball left wing instead of left back, not taking off from deep. No explosive. No matter box no and also not the speed into judgment or no matter system. So coach Abubakar Watara, you listen to this and you listen to this, either so be answer or obe answer na ya source na basa it means you pass for Jumana here. I'm telling him okay, so many those questions in actually Jumana mama kwa ma wonye
ma min che bibi kakra coach Watara dey so you see na Newton can say ebufuo no beba. As a football coach, baby, wabufu no etwa a dressing room after full time. Oh no boys, Obia any other person be around stadium or in Centroni only any impact and as influence on
defeat
on your defeat.
Yes.
So what be here Ujano dress you, but this is an issue of management. You just don't leave coaches to go and press conference and answer questions the way you prep them before they go there. Coach, possibly this is what they are going to ask you. Answer this one this way. It doesn't happen like that though.
A company bar dressed in money pabe no can.
You see?
Yeah.
Until before no, based on the results.
They predict questions.
Any the issue surrounding results no. You bisa a question no dressing room where you say ni na kokano. We dey enkan ho asem. We dey say well na your prep managers no before. But so John Watara say Uncle Kasia, coach, you were wrong. You will answer questions anyhow you want it.
Okay.
Central for now, you will be anything I will lose here. But busa based on you here. Timene Michael Bayadrin say, "Bia as journalists, also will take it time. You oversit it, yeah, and it be a how I put in the question, coach. Make as many as 8 set pieces are unyaye. But is it that the boys feel say the ocho and now say it was just not the day?
Said the Mike reason is a Nipano question is a beer means question now on your show.
Yes, but also Watara, don't expect them to be sure asking questions
to be sure. Question the about straightforward yes. Baby.
So don't expect them to ask the question.
Check California your molaya on Yadamiana, Yavina Abia on Yadami. So what Pomato?
Maybe a coach more fairly to utilize set pieces.
Yeah.
What could be
and
the
I'm
problem?
They failed.
But
almost set pieces. No.
But Steve Pessoa said,
"Oh, dear father, anyhow he asked him."
You don't expect to say, "Obi Bebusa question." No, the Michael can side with him. A lot of the time, be pray, and people don't ask questions based on the game no emotion.
How do you feel?
Say, I say, okay, I have to say we are not training. How true is it? Yes, we play, Mr. Man. You ask post-match questions as mainly for game now share. So I know the best from our coaches in terms of game no mabono. It's about time I also you change and saka krabat coach Watara. So me no nama no matter how obufu no usu buofu ni jano demo. Na mo pon ya ne amamo ice ne amamo kwadu chocolate or ha ne amamo bi just to calm you down.
Ice no on tafra now.
Oh, that be so true. How man chilled bottled water. No man kwadu. Udi bear for we are.
Kwadu dey say my energy.
Sana be ya ka bibia you can reason with you. No acquires it doesn't happen in a vacuum say.
You was just say no Watara ni kwadu ni ice na.
There be nyan one kwa consistently. I am monitor
ni kwadu ni ice.
I am monitor na pressure no. Unsa say okasa in a way yesterday season no omu bisa about the signing or say na player back here 2 billion out of 5 saying he's not the manager or onya architect to reconstruct yesterday season and you are complaining into communication is an essential ingredient of coaching. It's not about the Okoyeno food park and so. Now communication can and in a club ever presser near Busano, Ukraine, near Russia war near and but you are supposed to answer in a way.
Mekai took out there now mobile Jeffrey Abramovich and some say said the Chelsea situation is city and no to me a flight in front to Quina and also a bassa or 7-seater cab with the Bedica of France. No Chelsea Quacobo PSG.
Yes, okay.
Also the Bedica and I know also the 7-seater number for place maybe more man far by road the conference. I was like, whoa.
It's a
question on the sound political. One real one bepa.
David Duncan.
Question so they are almost researching here.
Oh
yeah, Osha coach.
Also
Osha coach.
I say who job political coach OND and now MPP.
Osha coach Ogu. Osha coach Maswa Knedu. Coach Kwesi Apia. Ibrahim Tanko from Paul Manso Oshe David Duncan unse coach Bashir Hayford because of the dedication and then the push no or no kind of press up so who said ona no inti nkobusa bibi and dedication level no be hunting you don't have the right so you should know these personalities and how to go about questions. You just don't go there and then but fancy me opponent
no more money you know so for commenting the ball now confused
me person ye dey watara 7 of ebe kata the brilliance of some individuals
that will give
me person we dey bichim ball no to so
we are
many brese refis nioma obehwe ni ya look at the build up midfield obi am personal. Look at that flick.
So there was 22 ni 28 cameras ni bi omutwa bowe a typical Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A go. Ana bichim for share and run.
I'm pedu yes.
By cameras and angles na do say.
But fancy. Look at a Tombo. Look, shebebi omo ball ni free and when you usual of Ghana Premier League standard obeduro hanan ko abo cross bi amana tra na machire but okipi say this is what I want to do but Bechem United a team fancy deep within my heart team am pen asempa no why am pe Bechem asem na simple consistently obetime lose talent quality the following season they are still competing debiano how I was a modular ye nyina was yesua national team no struggle but Bechem betimi de omo de ya no money akwesi they had that defender like that omo de ombeji FA Cup no abed na go tetemo di omo beji the following season players ni be koi no more replace omo last season they had this midfielder one omunya issue kakra oni ball no bopa na twene who no game ni mu biemo but there's another new name ti send your mofa boys no share Clinton Dodo out of nowhere Emmanuel Avonyo share Avonyo enyako ya no be fair when you must another ano Hafiz Konkoni so Bechem United the team no matter the quality every season only replace as a competing even goalkeepers they had Lawrence Osei at some point
Victoria Pilsen striker Prince
Kwabredu. They had Lawrence Osei at some point Mujano Kwan and Abdul Idrisu Bai Idrisu free hono they've replaced him. Bechem United style of
Egypt League
yeah
no captain
this is a Muslim name
oh yes
or height it was very strong
something Aziz or something
every time Obeja player on they are doing now Adriana Stars look at the goal need Richard Danson and my share nations or share play now one tracking the marker time now omu changes at this point now also tracking the marker oja the marker but the execution for a Ghana Premier League player to think and decide on time. The last time who go away no na Benasomo na Esha Cape Coast to change and decide are they higher players in a decision and what to do with the
good your boy is running bonny ball
so Makra he's shot under pressure yes but you shoot here and then the paper free in the zone against me am I right the paper free and the drum me kai game no many super but we know on your pressure on your less time look obi am pressure
new the technique
so train even another second
timing was key when someone then they no gina anymore still
the technique or share goalkeeper no or share the positioning of the goalkeeper now the amount goal near friend I had the weight of ball no boy you know it means he knew idea of into decision making that has been the problem of Ghanaian football media ya say obi generalizing and say a league contain quality you don't follow the league
quality
you see your bad them hanyina na yeka so we mu nyina akohwefo a o ye ne sa on ye fair league ni better na time me see league
any wa je fair to who you want from
league ni better na time agreed because of nyoma bi a was 24 year yen need the power to change those things
the ma fans no more na lose interest in nyoma adabia na yetahama on
yes
e bia beka sponsorship in league ni mo e bia reference ni the last time I can say in as much as a sebi ya na bucket etru so no say be on also din komo background because we expect if so ba ka just so many fancy company limited kasa for ebia obaba be sponsor but so no maka say we na mete say obi akwa stadium unfortunate incident akwa kwisia kan ko say memnya da be pan se metwan ko bi gabi
Fancy yes
anu mani nyina na ne ket mo ntimi anya de oso me ne ho no de ye ban mu ngam
me no ya adwen but I also na me ne Michael by adwen say central for kan so na ye league ni gina ba bi e gina you see first na yesu so na yesu tie radio ni yi ultimate player bidding na ye de abodi na ye de atare no ho no be ka zo no na bi promo Queen Elizabeth so be have ball no na nche da nyehu sa but the journalists then I try say they will want to project a league in a way Nasiru Gani Douglas Nkrumah Nana Obuanipa Oriba omo time na be brasa fokin
they send it
maybe chawata pa but then ye dia no mo de bobo no say ye mbokra we ne pese ye but now no central for yenso ye kan bi ye tena radio no so a because the European game now easy for us to access information and talk about it but you say you information the all kind of a journalist na choro de to into also share game ibia you don't keep any records and one say waba how did you see the game any obi tini busa question now as a journalist uti ya you see so it's about time I want see a channel your energy your focus to open the first love of every football fan na a local league but I say Ghana league in say in 2006 when you call the first World Cup then administration you who say na say World Cup no crazy can be woman because it was a league na you start here the $100,000 my teams is all prepare league where na question car as best player
league where na mboso nya de no
why and then Doji go kino you see onko Hennessy ba ku bi kura de ezu onko grocery store onko yiye you wi a onfa bodo bi nso you see the insult of it but this is the same league and here start here your mat teams na $100,000 but omko 2006 World Cup no say Charlie sa ball no e wa ha o ntie trose match back here the $700,000 na ball who cares about the league go back na cover videos of Ghana Premier League 2001 to 2004 na share advertising boards and na walk around there na compared to now so yin na wa adwuma ye but a chunk of the blame no e be at the quarters of omo changing the face of football yes betima kan ho project but the enyoma ye de beba league na ye den eni ensem me personally say government is kasi enye here first na me the medals omodi clubs na chi you have to
say America so this cash here local league
I also only qualify medical person ma ko venue bia player pra na say yi medical person na wo Ghana uni ma de ekuta no pure water ibi blog ne kitan oni manage
omo ye red cross no
yes oni bi
sadako oje omo box na bie mu hwa box na this speed oni bi ya bom 2 seconds like o yire ba kona age box
na say Cristiano say hadi akwo wu
but nyame
boy skin na say ye league
sadako je box na bie
ma wo baba ya stadium 4 different occasions now say kotoko medical doctors ne confanochi doctors bi and na bad down bebu ambulance for no and revive obi a
obewu
so what I say into imagine say we see young boys you omudi team ya chi pe team ni say ya tworo ne dia she paper no so and also efe no problem ni ya tworo bi dia she say or physiotherapist we here club doctor efe ni find out say nipa ya di din ya ba especially that position no ko ade what's the certification of that person say indeed or you certified and as a qualified physiotherapist
doctor out trained
but you know your dear as part of protecting your product it should be a matter of concern to the football association but for health related issues it should be a matter of concern
also club also prioritize it
club
it's a Newton doctor is Newton or ABA one
I was saying you see
actually
abrofunu promo na mra bebrebe wo no
ade wo ho but asem civil kan ade wo ho na ebesi te se de sabe pole de si a ye pese hwe yi no ye civil person kire ne say my entrainment that could cardiac and funny panko. Then we go back and sign a question box on the name womb. It is so genuine. Box on Division 2, Division 1, how crowded. Mr. Box on the corner. Uhema, Insu, I the chef fridge monraya blog. And you know, blog no womb. Insu, Sachet water, I blog. And then, you question Division 2. Maybe you make us from grounds. Me want Division 2 to Premier, and I know what happens there. Yeah. Box no.
Referee from an Amudia Red Cross.
You in a junction violet. Eshim, I bandage the gauze, Eshim, but there's nothing to resuscitate anybody or cardiac. Sarah Fed German, that's Ukrainian. Blah. I dare a poor fair share when any numinous animal thing. Nasiva, some person say, a das and the Ubenya, the so called medical personnel, I would do people, but on to me resuscitating Panaba. We should take it serious. A das and the senior back criticize you.
According to physio, yeah, na me be so my question. Yeah, the way they can be falling or crashes at that point. In the council, so the hard crack. You see, I said, I people we are checking.
Black Star game no before any chat bebono.
Black Stars game when you have
because you free my baby ya. Men kwa America da. Ya, men kwa America da. Odomodi yako Mexico kwa
na wonya me nko Mexico da na bi America
odomodi yako ha mepe na wo bompa ya do uka Mexico say hostu cup me nka kwa say Mexico hostu cup me nka kra na no FIFA for na mu no Infantino na mu ko Mexico so ko Trump ana na ko Mexico me hu say videos appear ko Trump no the trophy na question no yo these games are very much important apart from say me dream me home being selfish say me curious that it's an industry any concert the World Cup has given us close to $38 million from 2006. I started saying Kobino 30. I'm telling you, from 2006 Germany, 2010 South Africa, I say 2014 of Brazil, 2018 we never showed up, 2022 they are okay. Can you know take time? We are heading close to $38 million. And our so it cannot be cut short at this point, especially looking at a generational. Okay, come on, minister can pinpoint and say players are mobile fear mobile boy. We more Salasin there are big boys or Premier League in the and now I'm game my boy. Yo, Central African Republic and I share 4. I'm team me and through Luis Mafutano. I'm Madagascar for the Matodo. And I am telling you, say what child we are come Madagascar.
Yes, it was some money pool.
Yeah, you was some money pool. A dear boy and say, Bobo Chad, your next 3 games, Chad will move you. Your next 3 games, you know. Chad, it will move you. Just say you're born in any Kobo Madagascar. Let's have born on a child in the view. Somewhere September. Near Sabo Malia, ya question or 2-1. You don't know. It was uncommon air the power. Now to have more confidence, it has to start in the game against Chad. Nyamiad much. And I am Medima Nubesino. Blaster major problems no. Me bunu 4 pieces. Number 1 major problem I want a goalkeeping. Nyami adimocha whichever goalkeeper omode bedem no only any reason to fail.
Say Wola Koto say
Benjamin Asario say Atisgio da me coming kwa come for Benjamin Asario konko dem. Yes.
Okay.
For many reasons. Okay, you more France, you more Portugal, you more Spain. You more Argentina, Uruguay. A brother now better Benjamin Asare. Or only confidence when Muna afraid no. So confidence when Muna as a third choice.
So what friend they are? Obet me down
and Chad who wants something I can.
Was a Razak saying your friend or boy?
Okoboy. A boy the new one even Angola. Big game of boy. So and the pressure and what Atisgi so look, and most goalkeepers are afraid when you're discussing the statistics as Atisgi. So the obey be an idea niche error crane through no crana the channel. Me imagine say a different pressure in so and the game's magnitude game no from power. Sorry, Benjamin bet me akwa them. Me need fear back crowd the Benjamin Asare. Oh, you're so calm ahead of the game. Well, continue with it. You're scrutinizing the goalkeeping department has given us a lot of headache. Yo, almost some problem in your watch now. Now that department illness be a synchronize with that of the central defense. Your central defense now whoever overpicking whichever partnership I will pick you. We need a short an element of pace. Salisu, American in the game. Jiku, American in the game. I'm at me money, baby. Mummy, may have money. So we have a goalkeeping problem. We are also talking about central defensive problem. I also watch a higher power. That is the point number 2. You're 4 and 5. When I would GD say I'm 4 Bonkonkobo. Jiku and then Salisu, born a toy chia, Yahoo. Some person to the making us here. Check the last 3 games. I bought 2 defenders and every single time, even boy. Now at the end of the day, who say